Okay, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, to the final stream of the year. The last stream. Until next year. We're on our Raging Tactician that is doing obnoxious amounts of damage. I mean, we're sitting at 11,000. Yeah, just like that. I mean, it's level 61, and we just crafted this little bad boy and that little bad boy. So, stuff's about to go crazy. I mean, we can now travel to Oriath. We enter mapping, and we're going to get ready to do our third ascension plus other stuff. So all in all, I'm quite excited to see where this will lead us in its final form, as it should turn out to be one of the tankiest characters we have made with one of the highest damage outputs, simply due to being a tactician. Good morning, Mick. Chippy, good to see you there. Howdy, partners. Hope we're all doing fine and well. Dan, greetings. Make our way forward. I'm not sure how far we can get today, because we still got to make like the video and other shenanigans, but I wanted to get you the video. I wanted to give you the stream already. Let's see if we can get experience. Experience gained on maps, experience gained on map. Yeah, I mean, more experience is more experience. What can we say? To have or not to have. Satai, lost your job? Well, I'd never get to hear my condolences, partner. That's definitely not something you want to do before the year ends. Actually, it's never something you want to do, honestly. Ah, beautiful. This is going to be early mapping, right? So when other characters have to fear, like, could we die during a map? Is there, like, a chance that we actually, you know, go down? The actual Grenadier is like, yeah, no, we're not planning on that at all. That's crazy, isn't it? Honestly, crossbows are overtuned, and I won't be told different. And I also don't mind. So very important. Like, crossbows are overtuned, and I really don't mind. This is crazy. Especially for a sole self-found character, right? I mean, if you even invest like a modicum of currency into anything, you're gonna be like more broken. Ah, give me that exalted orb. I mean, just this morning before I logged in, I actually made 100 exalted orbs by, what did I sell? A tier 4 spirit gem. Yeah. Because they sell for tons of money. And 2 heavy belts for another 100. Just like that. Grenades still OP? No. Grenades are not still OP. Grenades are even more OP than ever. Why are grenades even more OP than ever? Very simple. You are currently able to use rage as a grenadier. As you can see, I have full rage below me, and I actually got myself 44 rage. So, yeah. Optimally, what I would do right now is I would get an anoint, and I would probably anoint this. Actually, this is wild shapeshifted, sadly. So we get this rage node here for tons more rage. That means all my grenades are getting a 44% damage multiplier. And again, I'm sitting at the start of mapping with 12,000 damage on my grenade, and I'm shooting out 5 grenades. That double explode. So that's like 100,000 damage at the start of mapping. Yeah, that's just not okay. I'm like, we're just run grenading everyone, or just like shooting them. It's pretty illegal. Grenades have been already strong, and they just get stronger. I mean, that bonus rage is so simple. The crazy part is that you can play this with a tactician, and tactician has better spirit consumption. So I am currently only at 108 spirit, yet I can use the Eternal Rage together with 2 other spirit skills because I'm a tactician. And we even get this note that says gain more fire damage per rage. I have 44 rage. That's 44% increased fire damage. All the damage I deal is fire damage. Might as well take the note here what damage penetrates fire resistance. Technically. And we're still going to consider where we now want to go defensive-wise, because I was thinking about going full armor, since we also have the armor node up here that gives me a huge chunk of armor increase, right? While also armor applies to elemental damage. We're planning to go here for full health armor character. Lugi, good to see you there. Lugi, are you ready? We're going to exposure the enemy. Then we're going to drop a few explosives. And we're going to hit those explosives and... that's it. That's it. Beautiful. We'll take the last two down as well. Burkiso, so good to see you there. Hope you're doing well. 1, 2. At this point, I might as well start playing adhesive grenades. I've actually like gotten a new liking for adhesive grenades because they finally just drop at the foot of your opponents, and that can be very useful. And now that the campaign is over, we gotta start putting on a strict item filter because we're pretty much using the same item filter that we did before. That item filter has the problem of not being strict enough. Boston, miss watching you play PUBG. Boston, I miss PUBG as well, but we all know that there's just no opportunity to play it right now, right? Not only is there not really a viewer base, also the game is just outdated and needs many, many updates to become in any way interesting again. But trust me, I miss it as well. It was interesting times. What do you do next, Justin? I have not decided yet. And we first gotta like run this down here mid as far as we can and just get our ascension, get to level 90, kill everyone available. But are you still alive? Absolutely. There's tons of people who are still enjoying the game. However, it's mostly the Asian player base, right? And the absolute tryhards, because that's the problem with PUBG at this point. If you play the game, you're aware you're not going to fight random Jimothy, Jebediah, Andy, Dandy, Dave. Right? You're always going to fight for Francis, who spends a little bit too much time with the game. And tries to whoop your ass left, right, and center. Okay, we need better armor. And with better armor, I mean vastly better armor than what we have here. Because we're going to go full armor, not armor invasion rating. Let's see if we can... I mean, this one has chaos resistance base. Can this turn into something amazing? 116 max life. Let's go. And that's an easy pick, right? Get some more max life. To wriggle that up. Ah, see, that's what I like to see. That's a good start into the day. We need boots that have movement speed. That's a must-have, especially. Wow, that's just random max life boots. I mean, just give me from a vendor like 112 max life boots, also with like a huge chunk of resistance. So don't mind. Oh, 113 armor, Chad. Don't mind if I do. Look. What is this? Just starting the day is like, oh, yeah, here, by the way, just take this. You know, just be happy. Just made a wolf monk and it's fire. I'll love to hear that. Is it playing fun? Was the item, honestly, like, just making these two items instantly 52% armor? No problem. Especially just sitting, like, at 1,500 life this early. Feels good, man. Not gonna complain. Just like that, yeah. Just like that. It's one of these streamer clients, sir. You know how it is. Streamer client. Ah, do I love killing people? Sorry, in game. We just need nightly mids and we're good. What's your favorite build overall in PoE 2? So one of my favorite builds is my gas grenade Pathfinder. That one was super cool. Also the explosive shot Deadeye, 10 out of 10, and the poison lightning poison bleed lightning spear character. However, my real favorite one, right? My real amazing favorite one is definitely my old Spearfield Bleed Amazon, but sadly they changed how Spearfield works and you can't really do that anymore. So that Spearfield Bleed is sadly not an opportunity as it used to be. When will you drop a build guide for this video? Well, I was planning to drop it this morning, but then I just didn't because I'm only one man after all and I can only do that much, right? I'm not a machine. So the plan currently is that we're going to level the build today to a certain level. Then you're going to get the 1 to 65, maybe after we're done with the stream. And the follow-up video tomorrow. That's currently the plan. Because we just want to test like how far can we push today the Raging Grenadier, the Raging Tactician. And if we also want to put in our totem, that's a good question. Like right now I don't feel like I want to put in the totem because we want to use all the spirit skills, especially like Shard Scavenger on top. Because if I could now pin and then break armor with pin as well. Oh, almost died there. That'd be plenty useful. Cannonade crossbow, pick it up. But I doubt that we'll actually get a better cannonade crossbow anytime soon because I'll be fair with you. I have some insane crossbow craft. I mean, not only did we get this up, right, to get +4 to all projectile skills, just like that. I mean, however, like a real crossbow, a real endgame crossbow has like 600 damage instead of damage we've just shown you. Ah, look at this, Chan. Oh, I just ran out of explosive grenades? That happens so rare. Like for this fight, for example, I could have put down my totem and my totem would have just given me more DPS. It would easily be possible to do that, but as soon as I use my totem, I must as well play around with others, like with some totem nodes to make it like the most useful, and I just don't want to do that. Saying goodbye to 2025 with a bang. I'm trying, sir. I mean, so far the year's been good. Path of Exile has been treating me very well. And I'm excited, looking forward to what next year can do. But I'm also looking forward to play some more... Wow, that's a lot of fire damage, boyo. I'm looking forward to play some more Diablo again, too. Because, you know, it's been a while now that we have played Diablo. And I think it's going to be really fun to play around with that as well. Yeah. Good times ahead. And there's only that many Path of Exile builds you can make until you've made them all, right? Until this season has run its course. Next level up. Where were we putting points now? We were putting points... Ah, here. So I am rushing over the increased armor, and I want to get the huge increased body armor here. Because that's, like, really amazing. Because it's, like, 80%, and as soon as you get, like, a chest piece with a lot of body armor, like, problem solved, right? Paladin's obviously OP. Yeah, I know that Paladin is OP, and my Paladin build that we've made at the start of the season has worked out, like, plenty well. Okay, where is... This is... Oh, wait. I had an Untainted Paradise. Wait. I know that we had somewhere close by an Untainted Paradise that I have seen. Here. Untainted Paradise is one of the easiest leveling, right? So you obviously want to get there because I could just like speed run this character to the end game in no time. They lock Paladin behind a steep paywall. Well, it's not that they lock Paladin behind a paywall. It's that the expansion is where you get the Paladin and the 2 new classes and everything. So that was always going to happen. I know not everyone is a fan of that, but it's not like it comes as a surprise, right? It was like from the beginning known. Okay, enemies have 24% more life. That's going to be something. Wonder if I want to do my 4th Ascension before we join the Untainted Paradise. Blinded by the light. Da 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 da. Blinded by the light. Sorry. Had a moment there. I should go in for a second. Haven't done a lot of temple as of late. Pathetic research, finally. Wow, that's been a long while. I did not get a single road. I feel it's kind of upsetting, spaghetti. Wait, look at that. The easy building, chan. Wow. 4 billion IQ. Do the Ascension is worth it? Oh, the Ascension is going to be great because our Ascension is instantly going to grant us the pin. So pinned enemies cannot perform actions, projectiles do pin, and that's going to be fire. Because, like, you pretty much just pin bosses, pin everything. And if we get the pin node, we can also go here, and it says pin breaks armor. If I go for pin breaks armor, I could also decide that I want to play Shard Scavenger, where breaking armor grants me more armor. And that would be like a very, very easy way to protect my character, because I would be sitting at levels of armor that are insane, like on top of everything we're doing anyways, right? So that's a little bit my plan there right now. Let's just kill everyone. Oh, you don't like fire? He doesn't like fire, Chan. Now this is where we notice we need just like an even more damaging talisman, even more damaging weapon. Okay, not a single thing came out of this. Sadness. It's your top game that you're really passionate about and that you love. I could always play any kind of Souls game. I love those Souls games. They have infinite replayability for me personally. Just go on and play them and play them and play them and play them, right? Obviously, like there's only that many builds you can do there as well until you hit the repetition stage, as it is for every game. Always hit a certain repetition after a while. He's only a tier 2. He's only an elite. Oh, you actually killed me? Wow. Surprised. The best class to play as a beginner. I mean, warrior is extremely strong. Always. Because you pretty much bonk, bone shatter, bonk, bone shatter, bonk, bone shatter. And that's just as simple as it goes. No more effort needs to be put in. Oh, he's fire resistant. I've been wondering what's wrong with him, Chan. He's fire resistant. And he seems to be fire resistant to a fault, right? Not even taking a single point of damage. Okay, not a single one of these rooms did have like anything in it. I have no cold. Never try grenades. Oh, you should try grenades. Grenades are silly goose good. Especially because like making good crossbows is super easy. Probably one of the easiest weapons to craft up. And then also to desecrate. So making something amazing is not hard. They're also very cheap because right now, you know, obviously like the expensive ones are the talismans and the bows. So you're usually good to go with a crossbow. Not a single extra thing. I am beyond saddened. Where's the gun, Doctor? Not really, sir. It was a fun time, but not having to compete as soon as you start a game is definitely a good feeling. You know? Problem with playing shooters is that you just can't, you know, decide how much fun you're gonna have. Your fun is determined by how annoying other people are. Right? Oh, even that one does have nothing in his room. Oh. Okay, which room could have something in for me? Technically, the Chamber of Iron could have something in for me, but even that wouldn't... Oh, Jesus. Even that would have nothing that I want. If I think about it. Because there is... Oh, why did you reload that? Now, when your crossbow just decided that it doesn't want to have... explosive shots in it anymore and just reloads. Starting Grenadier, we started yesterday. It was one of the easiest playthroughs we have done. If you want to make your playthrough even easier, buy yourself the Rampart Raptor. The Rampart Raptor is the one crossbow that pretty much turns Act 1 into a joke, and you can even use it past Act 1. So that's my general recommendation if you want to just keep having like a good time without any kind of stress. Okay, none of these rooms had anything for me. I am just saddened. Why did I even go into the temple? And when we get the planner up already for this build on in the YouTube video, you can find the planner. But we'll make the whole video for you too. You can't wrap your head around what is about Wild Ruins. Okay, so the goal with Wild Ruins is not actually to... how to say this now? It's not actually to do the normal rooms. Your goal is to reach very quick to the Architect. Because as soon as you kill the Architect, you're going to unlock the real valuable rooms. And there can be uniques in there. These can be currency rooms and that kind of stuff. And that's how you just easily then actually make any kind of a bonus of everything. So these currency rooms at a high enough level can just give you... they can just give you like divines and all that kind of stuff. So the amount of money you can alone make in the temple is absolutely extraordinary. Yeah, that's that.
Yes, quickly. As expected.
Like technically a money-making factory.
Time is of the essence.
However, in order to reach that stage, you just need to put many, many hours into the temple already. So you need to open it, you need to put your rooms in, then preferable just close it right away until you reach the Architect, then kill the Architect, then build up 12 crystals again, add new rooms, open it up again, close it up again, and rinse and repeat opening and closing pretty much. Which transformation do you think is the strongest? Wyvern is definitely the best clear. Followed up by Wolf into Bear. None of them is weak though. It's just nuances of strength, right? Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cincuento, ocho. I'm gonna really play around with adhesive grenades. I think we did that on our last build, because the adhesive grenades just allow you to put them right on the boss and they actually stay on the boss. Just haven't messed with adhesive in a long while. I want to remove my magnified area for the time being and actually put on magnified area 2. Or we're gonna play around with adhesive grenades. Adhesive's not really bad because like it's they like you do this, right? And when you shoot them, they just land where you want them to land. So you're gonna shoot them at the boss, and they're exactly at the boss. Very useful. Oh, wait, let's actually finish this. We're level 64. We're currently trying to make our way to the Untainted Paradise, chat. Because then I can just go from level... 64 to endgame level really quick. Bog, thank you for the hydration redeemed. I definitely have drunken 2 less today. Sticky grenade for gas grenades to pop immediately. Nope. You also don't want gas grenades to pop immediately. They can linger for a second. Fine. It's not like we're actually using gas grenades much. We have them, but we're not utilizing them to their full extent. I mean, they currently have just 1 support on them. So we definitely should... Oh, Greater Essence of Abrasion just like that? That's crazy. Greater Essence of Abrasion is what you would need to craft like a killer weapon. It's the one thing everyone wants. Okay, let's get the 80% bonus armor on the body armor. And my body armor is not even good, right? So we just went from 40 to 60% armor, just like that. Very simple. Main goal with explosive grenades is really like when I just throw them in there, I want them to not spread out, right? I want them to be on that elite. I don't want them next to him. I don't want them like around him. I want them right where I put them. And that really then allows for that ultimate damage where all the damage just really coalesces. Coalesces? Works on him. Okay. That's level 65. Level 65 is usually a good ascension level, right? I'd say we can do it. So we get 3 more crossbows, chat. Let's see what we can weasel out of this. We're going to take our buff, 28 strength, 5 fire damage. That's another fire damage. So we're going to keep all the crossbows that get fire damage for the time being because they could turn into something amazing, right? Potentially.
Quickly, I will make use of this.
That's an Essence of Abrasion, which is insane. So let's use... I got 5 Jeweler's Orb just like that. Okay. It's mad. That's a Jeweler's Orb. Let's upgrade the gas grenade. It has corrosion, but we don't actually need the corrosion here on that one because we're going to find other ways. We got multi-shot. What supports can we use on it? And probably elemental armament for the explosion. The real damage is not the gas grenade itself, right? The real damage is when it then goes for the explosion. So that's its fire damage. Therefore, elemental armament does really good. Persistent ground is bad. We could go for elemental focus and just ignore that it can actually do any kind of thingy, just to make the explosion damage even bigger again, right? That's a good one. Shot 2, armament, adhesive payload. Our explosive shot has multi-shot, elemental armament, double barrel, and projectile acceleration, even though we don't need the projectile acceleration. So that one could also get... Armor Conjure version is bad. I mean, the main damage is also does. So you have the actual bolt damage, and then you have the explosion damage, and the explosion damage is mostly fire. So increasing your physical damage does increase your fire damage as well. So we could go for heft simply on that one. Just wholesale gets us more damage. Good one. Right, where's more? Fire grenades have exposure. Mirage Archer is just that. Yeah, we're fine. I mean, we could use our magnified area that we actually had before. Magnified area. We're too stupid to use it. We need more intelligence, ladies and gentlemen. Go to the Trials of Sekimas. Because we get our level 60. Wait, where's our 60 token? Why do I have 360 tokens? Damn. Really? Well, where do I get the other 60s from? How much would a Berea level 60 be worth it? When you get them for free, like in the... But people screw up their thingy. Item level max 60. No, 15, see? 25 exalted. You can make some money with those. And you get one like guaranteed per act, right? Charging 3 divs for 4 ascendancy points is criminal. Well, just do it yourself. Come on now. Just do it yourself. This is 18 honor resistance. One has nothing, right? Goes away. We get here. This is honor and picking up a key. Honor and picking up a key, right? It's some nasty ones. Restore honor and picking up a key. Do I have room honor again? Because I have some that says here restore honor on room completion. Those are the most insane ones, right? And this is honor and room completion, and this would be gain sacred water when you complete a room, which is actually completely insane. Honor and room completion should probably not be allowed. It's been actually like real fun to pick up all these because you can turn them also into reasonable currency, right? When it's a sweet spot, I would agree, but then again, like, right? You always have the option to do it yourself. Versace, I'm not making any videos for Season Diablo currently. You do also know that. Okay, this is 18 honor resistance. This is 18 honor resistance was just 36. I could get now this and this with honor resistance as well. That would help. So let me quickly go for my... The last one we did, the wolf. Where's the wolf? Wolf, 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 wolf. Formize wolf. I need a 3-1 and a 2-1. A 3 and a 2-1. That shouldn't be a problem. Okay, I need a 2-1 here. That's honor resistance. Thank you. And preferable honor resistance. Yeah, look at that. These two are huge because they're going to be allowing me to just really get all of that going. I mean, at this point, we have like such a nice set of relics and all that kind of stuff. Like, look at this. So we're now going to pick up double and the triple, and we're going to put this one back, this one back, this one back. I have some more space for some more, so we're going to pick up some more up. Look at this. So this is 29 together with 18 and 18. So that's 36 plus 29 and 22. Bam. Got it, chat. Cosmo, it feels the best and tankiest. I mean, Witch Hunter in general should feel the tankiest because Witch Hunter does have the Sorcery Ward, I think it was called, right? Sorcery Ward is absolutely insane. The biggest advantage of Mercenary, in my opinion, is that Mercenary is just tanky by design. Because you are a strength main class, regardless of, like, also having dexterity, right? And you're just tanky because you're stunning mostly. Like, most of my clear is down to, like, just throwing my flash grenade and or heavy stunning my opponents. And like if heavy stunning just fixes all the problems, then yay. Okay, reduced effect of non-unique relics. I need to take you and your minions deal 40% less damage. I need to take that. There's no other way than to play because the others are double. Blah. Are you going to go Tactician? Yes, Charismo. The reason we're going Tactician is because I need the Spirit Reservation. So right now you might see that we have like only 108 Spirit, but I am using the Rage. So we have full Rage, as you notice. Which is insane. And on top of the full Rage, we are also having Herald of Ash. And on top of the Herald of Ash, we're also having Mirage Archer. Mirage Archer is more fun than serious right now, so we're probably going to kick that out at some point. But I kind of like to have it because it's just bonus deeps, and bonus deeps is never bad to have. I play at the moment Ritualist. My clear against enemies is good, but I suffer at bosses with DPS. Spear alone with blood don't do it. Can you help? Spear alone with blood don't do it. I'm not sure what you're doing, Pet. So there could be many things. Like, I mean, if you're playing a bleed build, for example, you want to use Rake. Because Rake is an insane DPS boost for any kind of bleed build. Generally speaking, the problem with the Ritualist is that Ritualist doesn't natively give you more damage. So your Ascendancy does not actually help you to deal more damage. Apart from because it gives you rings. And those rings lead you to do more damage, right? So that is how you're actually getting more damage from what you're doing, right? And generally speaking, if you have good map clear but bad boss clear, that means you should consider adding another skill to your build that might or might not help with the boss clear. I mean, right now I use for clearing mostly my grenade shots, and that's it, right? I don't use anything else. I just go boop, 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 and everything dies. However, like for my explosive shots, however, for bosses then, oh, this is such a bunch of shitty shit currently. For bosses, I just unleash all my grenades at him. You drop Spirit on Amulet? Yeah, the Spirit on Amulet ain't bad. The real advantage is just this here. Persistent buffs have 50% less reservation. That's insane. I mean, alone the Eternal Rage that gives you a 44% damage multiplier, right? Just costs you 50. That's it. Sadly, there's not many 100 spirit skills that are useful for the grenades, right? So I was thinking about, hey, what if I play the Resonance? Resonance is the one that gives you more damage. Curse with Enfeeble. Wants to deal more damage. Enfeeble is the one where you... They're stuck. Trinity is the one where if you deal elemental damage, you build up resonance, and the more elemental damage of each type you do, the more resonance you build up to then get a damage multiplier. However, like for this, I'd have to do an equivalent higher amount of lightning damage, and or all my flat damage on my skills would have to be lightning damage to make it possible that I can actually use that. 'Cause otherwise, it ain't happening. I'm feeling that 40% less damage, chat. I'm feeling it. I'm getting helms for days.
Swift magnificence. A moment.
But are there any bleed builds for the druid, or is huntress still the best for bleed? It has nothing to do with the druid. So if you want to bleed, okay, you need to do high physical damage hits, and you need to optimally use Rake, because Rake is the ultimate bleed skill. So if you play druid, like let's say you want to play Oracle, you can do an Oracle bleed build. You can simply just not go for bear form, wolf form, or for wyvern, because none of these does high physical damage hits. They're all like lightning damage hit, fire damage hit, whatever, right? In Fountain of Youth, but Dark Pit. Traps deal more damage, but restore honor when... Like, none of these is, like, in any way useful, so that's kind of sad. I was hoping to remove a -1. Cats, if you're on the vertical stream, like, type in ! vertical, and you can see that we have a horizontal stream. 2. I thought it was obvious. Like I put on the YouTube shorts, I put like a big exclamation mark vertical for the people that are confused why they're stuck in vertical format. But I guess I need to make it more obvious somehow. Oh, Witch Hunter is definitely a good thing, Karismu. You don't have to... Like, the only reason I do the Tactician is pin plus the Spirit Reservation. What makes the pin so good? The pin can break armor, right? So I am able to just stun enemies with this, and that will pin the enemy, and that will break their armor. This will then give me Scavenged Plating. Monsters have less HP. More Sacred Water found. That's why we're doing it. Pure Bleed for high tier maps is not good. Disagree. Comes down to the bleed build. However, you're not wrong. Pure Bleed is hard to pull off because you need very good items. You need a very good plan. So everything you do needs to be perfect. You can also not go for an elemental damage bow. So often you have like an elemental damage mix. It needs to be a full physical damage, whatever weapon you're doing, right? So it's like... It's bound to just many rules that the other builds are not bound to, right? And that's a downside, definitely. Okay, we need a empty stash that I can just slam gear into for... Yeah, okay, so we're going to go throw everything in here, and everything that shit is going to get sold later, right? So that's kind of like why we like this. This armor break on pinning is going to be nasty. I'm just still not sure if this is worth it. So it says fully broken armor you inflict also increases fire damage taken from hits. I'm not sure if that's worth it, right? However, it's another easy damage multiplier because we will break armor and the enemy will then take more damage. So, okay, monsters, you have less maximum honor. You know what? I'm going to take that less maximum honor, but I'm going to really try to remove this stupid 40% damage thingy. Like, it's a huge gamble every single time, right? Because I could go for other things. I could go for more Sacred Water, so I can buy more things. See how good the adhesive grenades, by the way, are, Chad? You really throw them on your opponent, and they're on the opponent. They're not anywhere close to them. They're not around them. It's a simple boop on them, kill. And even if you like throw like 2, right? If you put 8 grenades on him, that's just it. You can do the same kind of with area of effect, right? The more area of effect you have, the more like your grenades are going to overlap. However, why even wonder if you can just put it right on them, right? Here, remove Blunt Sword. Or gain Ornate Dagger. Now, I think we need to remove Blunt Sword, right? Before we get the 50% more damage. Because if we do 40% less and then we do 50% more, that's just useless. Are we playing with only 1300 honor? Yeah, but we have 66% armor, so that's fine. One, 2. See, like, that's 8 grenades, all, like, or actually, it's 10 grenades all stacked on him. And every grenade does do 12,000 damage, right? And then the grenades have the chance to erupt twice. So you can imagine a lot of damage comes together there. And that's when awesomeness happens. Okay, we have like a relic now that gives us Sacred Water on every room finisher. Technically, you don't need it, but at the end of the day, if you have those, gain Sacred Water on finishing a room, like on 10 rooms, that's another 140 Sacred Water for me right now. Like, to have or not to have is here the question. Why does my Ramage not use the explosive grenade? The honest answer is that the Voltaic grenade can electrocute enemies, and every now and then when I just roll, the Voltaic grenades are being shot out, then they electrocute enemies and they can't act or fight me. You could obviously just put the explosive grenade on for more DPS, but it's not like that I actually need more DPS. So I literally just play the Mirage Archer for the YOLOs and not because it is so super useful. That's the most important thing to learn about that. It's just a fun thing to do, but I don't actually require it. There's but no other spirit skill to also use, so that's that. Tornado Shaman is up to level 90 already, my friend, so it's kind of done. In case you don't see the update, I just had someone send me like a mobile phone picture where the further levels were missing, but we actually uploaded all the updates. On the Tornado Shaman, and the Tornado Shaman was able to do the Force Ascension, which is pretty insane. I'm still shocked, Chad. It was so easy. Man, I thought the Tornado Shaman might be one that actually might have a problem with the Fourth Ascension. Nah. Cake Park Walk, Chad. Absolute cakewalk. You have a build for this one yet, David? We have the planner uploaded on YouTube. It's linked in the videos there. I don't have the build guide yet out, so I haven't like made a video about it yet with the changes and what we did. We also tried out Hailstorm rounds in case you missed it, guys. Hailstorm rounds and Siege Cascade were both tried out. They were both discarded. You have no evasion, but I get a free boon. Do I want a free boon or do I want to buy a boon? I need to buy a boon. Having problems with damage. If you have problems with damage, it's mostly that you're not making enough ground effects. So your real damage is obviously when you have all three ground effects running, right? So you want to have the companion with the Trail of Ice. And if you don't have a Trail of Ice companion, you're definitely going to suffer damage-wise. Next important thing is obviously to craft yourself a good staff. We included the staff crafting manual. So as soon as you have that up and running, you should be good to go. Would you put Bear over Wyvern? No, Wyvern is number one. I don't know why people think Bear is that good. Bear is just simply not that good. Yeah, sure, you get the Walking Calamity. Yeah, sure, you get like you're rather tanky, so that's nice. But you're slow, you're blah, and even with Rampage, it's just not compared to anything the Wyvern can do. Wow, he just dies so fast. I mean, not having that 40% damage penalty is... Don't even need the 50% bonus damage. You're stuck at tier 8 Waystones. I mean, it might simply be that you need a few more passive points as well, sir. I mean, with our Shaman, we could, like... I think I was sitting with a Tornado Shaman. I was sitting at tier 15 maps with level 72. Yeah. That's what we did with Tornado. Just to give you a reference. Plant Build was love. We have to do another stream where we actually go over Lost All Sacred Water and Floor Completion. Yeah. We have to do another video where we do like an update on the Wyvern passive tree wise, because I changed the passive tree a bit. I actually locked onto the Wyvern and I was like, you know what? I can make the passive tree better. That one is actually improved, and I gotta share that with you. Lost some damage, gained some tankiness, then regained some damage from different pathing. It's like crazy what you can do when you just like, you know, lock in and just change everything. Ah. Oh no, don't kill me. Did we even lose a single point of honor so far, Chad? We didn't, right? Okay, time to lose all our honor on floor completion, all our sacred water on floor completion, and be sad. Wait, this one is new. This one is one of the new vests that gave you massive more movement speed, if I'm not mistaken. So 1. Give them exposure. 1, 2, and dead. Beautiful. Good thing is we just got the Rampart Raptor, chat. One thing to roll them all. Okay, wait. I had this one here, that one here. This one there. Uh-huh. Look at me. 10 out of 10. Sorting genius. Got it. Where was my selling page? I think page number 3. It was page number... Was it? Page number 3. 50% bonus damage. Monsters deal less damage. No, one map ahead. That's actually what I need. I just did my toes in the current D4 season, and now I'm back to POE. Oh, D4 was really fun. Beepo. Honestly, the Paladin is like really great to play, but it also gets old fast. So you're just blasting and then blasting and then blasting and then blasting. I lose Sacred Water on Room Completion, but I also gain Sacred Water on Room Completion. I have no Sacred Water to do anything with anyways. This is take physical damage on Room Completion, which is also completely irrelevant. So I should go for... Ritual into Gauntlet, yeah. Oop. How did you get that many tabs on the stash? These are all stash tabs you buy. Premium stash tabs. They cost money. They're worth it. Gain a random minor affliction. Shit. Lose Sacred Water when you take an enemy hit. I just don't take enemy hits, right, chat? Let's just not get hit in any way. So yeah, you can buy all these stash tabs. I have invested a significant amount of money into stash tabs because honestly, they make the game more fun. Like they make everything easier. They make everything simpler to traverse over. They make my collection better, and I don't waste so much time in my stash. I think that's the biggest point, right? If you don't have the stash tabs, you just need to spend more time sorting your stash, and that is just time not spent gaming and having fun, because sorting your stash is just not the fun grind, right? That's like, oh. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm able to also mess up my stash still with all these tabs, right? Don't mistake, Chad. It's not like that this is perfectly ordered. I just have a certain system going on. Would be able to skip campaign to level 55? No, I think that would be terrible for the game and would straight away make it worse. And I will die on this hill. It's the worst thing that Path of Exile could ever do. To decide that we need activities that you can do to get to the maximum level. Because don't get me wrong, these activities will be fun for 1 league. But then you have to do these activities again. 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 As I said, we're just not going to get hit, chat. We're just hitting. We're the one who knocks. Good. Why are they so heavy on scaling in a party? What do you mean? That the life and so on scaled so hard? How many tabs do you have? Oh, I don't have too many. I, for example, don't even have the quad tabs. So I have normal premium tabs. I'm not like the crazy Path of Exile creators that have like 40 tabs and they're like, this is like 5 exalted tab, this is the 20 exalted tab, this is my divine selling gear whatsoever, right? I don't even have that many. And every now and then when I just check out some other Path of Exile streamers and I see their stash tabs and how they're ordered, I'm like, we're playing this game so different. No, is this videos on TikTok where it's like, oh, look, my partner and I, same hobby, different levels. Yeah, that's how I feel. You know? When I see these extreme trait league players. I like doing the campaign compared to seasonal activities in Diablo. Yes. I mean, Diablo is pretty much, no matter what we do, we kind of end up with being, oh, hi. It's Season of the Helltide again, right? I mean, just now the season technically introduced new things in Diablo, okay? And ultimately, your leveling journey is spam Helltides. That's it. And the same thing is going to happen to Path of Exile if you decide to remove the campaign and make leveling over arbitrary activities. There will be one activity that is king, and that activity will then be played to death for leveling, right? And then you're going to end up in the end game to do said activity again, because it turns out that it's not only the best leveling activity, it's also the best end game activity. So congratulations. I don't believe that we'll ever stop doing the campaign in Path of Exile. It's just not the game for it. I mean, I'll be surprised if it happens, but if it happens, it happens, right? Let's try to get bonus damage. Nothing. One could argue that the campaign is an arbitrary activity. One could. But the campaign is a journey, an actual journey to go through, right? Whilst activities are just that, activities to keep you busy, the campaign gives you a character journey, a power journey, a way to godhood, right? That is actually the main thing of ARPGs, right? Call me crazy, but the main reason to play RPGs is you start from zero and you end up at hero. And that's exactly what the campaign gives you. Step-by-step program. You now just do activities. You also start at zero and go to hero, but you're missing out on the journey part. Their own version of Maps Hunter, we have no clue what the new Diablo expansion is bringing. There is rumors and there's nothing known. Oh, come on now. That's bullshit. Yeah. Come out of your stupid flying form there. Exactly. Stupid scorpion shitter. Ultimate Dominator, greetings. How much rage do you have? 44. More is kind of not in reach. So now we're going to take my shots or pinning as well. We got these rage nodes here. And, well, there are bonus rage nodes in the middle. This would be another 4. But other maximum rage is not available. Right? There's only a way to get maximum rage instantly, but that's useless to me. This is maximum rage while shapeshifted. This is rage for each time you've used a skill that requires glory in the past seconds, which technically works. Craving Slaughter would work because you have the Tactician that gives you glory on banners continuously. So technically, I could do that to get myself a meaningful damage boost. Not impossible. Superior Glove Cache, Prime Glove Cache. Okay, so these are barbecue gloves. I read that correct. Everyone's saying different. It's just lying. Oh, this is needed. Perk is armor guy. Depends on how you play it. So you can play Merc full armor. You can play Merc armor evasion rating. I like to play it full armor because personally it just works. It just works. Okay, that was the third ascension. Let me put that into the planner. Edit. No, that's Tornado Druid. Oops. That's Raging Fire Grenadier. Import. Update. Okay, let's see what we got here, Chad. So we get a bunch of items, but a bunch of items that are obviously useless. That we don't even need anything for and with. Let's get ourselves here. Bop. Oh, so lightning damage. Big lightning damage. So like this is timely bad now because I don't need lightning damage. I need maximum physical, but I'm still keeping these crossbows. Like we're gathering them. Okay, let's get all these items and see if there's anything good under these items. Also, let's put all of this away again. Tablet we're gonna keep. The ring is a lot of cold, which is also useless. But we'll have to take care of our resistances at some point. What do we have here? We got 500 armor, but mine has... Well, actually, it's like more armor than I have, just base, right? It's like, oh, 500 armor, base. Not even started with anything, right? But it doesn't have case resistance, doesn't have max life. This is the... this is the... mana regeneration.
Take your time.
It also has a nifty amount of armor, but no life, so it's useless. Bad. And that crossbow, you gotta always test out. Lightning damage again. I mean, it's a lot of damage, right? Don't get me wrong. So, like, this is, for example, 250 damage. That's almost more than my crossbow has, and my crossbow is fully juiced, right? Just 250, why not? Get it. Oh, we got this, there, then die, this, there, this. I think I had a Rampant Raptor already. Here.
Yes.
Happy New Year, partner. Good to see you there. I hope you're doing well. $134.5 max life. More max life chests. Only likes max life chests. They can never turn out wrong, right? Max life chests are love. Max life chests are life. That one needs to go away. That one needs to go away.
Quickly, as expected.
That has a lot of armor. I mean, for like a low level boot, right? I mean, for this one, you need to take the essence of... Oh, what is the essence called again, Chad? The essence of armor. It's called the essence of enhancement, right? Because with this essence of enhancement now, that costs like nothing, right? Like 1, 4, 4. Thank you. You can now put that onto... Where did the essence of enhancement go? Oh, there it goes. You can now take this. We could make these boots have guaranteed 600 armor, right? And optimally, you would desecrate it as well and see what comes out of it.
What's new?
That's 720 armor. And that's a lot of armor and resistances, right? Just like that. It's level 75 gears, so we need to level up further to use these two. Come here. Quality 8. Oh, it definitely will be quality. Don't worry about it. It's going to turn out probably to be my boots. Problem is they don't have movement speed, so we would have to get movement speed, right? We're going to desecrate it for sure and see what comes out of that. Is this gear stash tab now empty? That's empty. More weird glove tabs. I mean, this one had armor and whatever rating, right? So this would be good, but it doesn't have as much resis as my others. Because I obviously need to get my resis up. My resis are non-existent. It's a good spirit gem to run when you're Wyvern. Like, at the moment, I'm using Ash, but there are others that I should be using. Yes, there's tons you should be using. I, for example, use the Armor Break skill gem. The Armor Break, like Scavenge Plating, because my Wyvern breaks armor. Okay, we're level 65. That means we can do at least tier 7 maps. Right. Tier 7 is level 71. 6 level difference. Yeah, 6 level difference works. It's 3 plus 3. 16, 32, 48. Yeah, 6 level different works. I mean, this one gave enemies, again, more 40% more max life, so that's going to be annoying. On elites, right? We gotta find a new bow. So we get now the pinning, chat. That means whenever I shoot enemies with whatever, they also get pinned. So they get heavy stunned and pinned. So like these enemies are pinned. 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 Problem is that the pin build up overwrites my stun build up. So we're not getting the reload from heavy stunning anymore. But I think there's a support on the explosive shot that says cannot pin. Need to look that back up again because I'm pretty sure there was one. Correct me if I'm wrong. Right now the optimal goal would be to stun them, to reload, right? But you see we don't do that. It's almost like they're politely waiting for you. It's great, isn't it? Because this is the biggest form of defense that you just have. You just have everyone not be able to remotely hurt you. I mean, end of the day, I don't necessarily even need the reload with the heavy stunning. It's just convenience sake. Isn't stunning generally better than pinning, at least for bosses? No, because pinning, in case of the Tactician, says the enemy cannot perform actions. The difference with the Tactician, with like my pinning, my pinning is stunning. Like it's completely, you cannot perform actions, you can't do shit. So you're pinned, you're pinned. Heavily pinned. Call it heavy pinning. Problem is, we need to technically stun so I can get myself the free reloads. Because that's what double barrel says. So we get double barrel 3. And double barrel 3 says when you heavy stun, you reload automatic. Okay? Now, the idea is that you could also just go for Angie. And you could technically choose a reload. So you get Rathos Assault. Rathos Assault was super expensive last season. It's actually really cheap. Because Rathos Assault says now, instead of double barrel, on dodge rolling you get 5 bolts. So now I have 5 bolts in my weapon, right? And you're just running around. And it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Roll. Can imagine how useful that is, right? I'm actually surprised how cheap Rathos Assault is. So until the 3rd Ascension, you don't need it. And you don't really have to look for it because you just dodge roll natively. I mean, it's not like you actually have to focus on dodge rolling, right? You will just dodge roll inevitably. Might it be because it just feels better to roll than instead of running? Aryan Bolts is the way. Well, with Aryan Bolts, you need to kill, sir. I mean, I merely have to roll. And I need to roll anyways for my Barrage Archer currently. The pinning is just next level good. I mean, unless I get frozen because I don't have any charms against freeze running. Do I have like, I have the cold resistance. I need to actually put on a thawing charm. So we are finally able to use charms. I haven't used charms in all of the games so far because we've been always playing Shaman, right? The rare Oracle gameplay where we could actually use charms. And can avoid being frozen. Oh, hello? Where are you, lady? Oh, there you are. She's pinned. She can't do shit when she's pinned. I don't see her. I don't see her. Okay, we get ourselves the bonus armor from here. That was important. We also get ourselves the bonus armor from there. I wonder if there's any other armor nodes that we kind of want. So this one was break more armor. This one is armor applies to lightning damage, but that's kind of useless. Just like that. This was defend with armor from enemies that are further within 6 meters away. That wouldn't be terrible, terrible. This gave me more armor break, right? That was obvious on the pinning. Yeah, we kind of wanted to break armor now. We need to invest those points. Because now, as you can see, we're always pinning. So that would mean we're always armor breaking as well. "36 crystals lie before my hands, ready to be temple." Jeez, sir. You've definitely done more temple than me in your time. I haven't done any temple. Okay, stun him. So this boss is going to get also pinned now. And that, again, pin means no actions from him. So he's just standing there. And he can't do shit. What we now desperately need is our friend, the fellow... Our friend, the better crossbow. But I don't know if I want to bother with crafting like a better crossbow before we're... Do I want to like bother with crafting a better crossbow before we reach level 70 something something, because that's the next tier of weapon, right? So you say Arjun's metal. Arjun is Loda Bolt, still doing a killing blow with support skill. No, honestly, I still think that Rathos Assault is better because supported skill have also increased attack speed. So not only do we have like a bow that reloads 5 instantly, right? So we have 5 instead of just the few. We also do get the bonus attack speed, and I think that is actually superior. 94% increased armor. Shit, that's a crazy piece of armor. We're gonna decide which one is going to be better, right? So we get a choice here between our friend with 135 max life, but that's like level 59 armor, so we'll probably have to destroy these two. But we also have this one, so this is level 70, this is 75, right? This is resistances. And if it actually gets increased armor percentage, it's going to turn out insane as well. They could be going crazy. This has a lot of max life too. Jeez, this is max life and life regeneration. It's one of my favorite armors for a different build. Not for this build. Helmet 310, but we have a 400 armor helmet. We have too many of those already. That can go away. I don't think we have the life spring yet. Rings. Amulets. We have like a completely useless amulet currently, so we might as well replace that through something more useful. Something that gives me bonus armor. This is your bonus armor, resistances, and everything. Ta-da. Yeah. I mean, like this, we're at least somewhat resistance down. So like that. We need to get a better build. So let's look into my build stash here. Just something that gives me maximum life and resistances. It's hard to find one that actually gave me maximum life and resistances because I keep finding belts that give me resis, right? But I don't keep finding belts that give me other shenanigans. Let's put on these boots because they were movement speed boots, so we can zoom a bit faster over the map. It's cold and lightning resistance here. See, this build is somewhat useful. Okay, we were breaking armor. Bub. One more level. We're almost there too, chat. So that was just our first tier 8 maps. Let's do the sand pit. And then we're going to do the optimal map for the level range. Okay. So we're currently level 67. We can do 6 maps. It's like 30, 16, 32, 48. And after 48, it would be 64. So it's +4. I can do a map that is 7 levels above us. Right? 7 levels above would be tier 10 currently. And that would be really interesting then if we do the Untainted Paradise, right? Untainted Paradise is the Hyper XP map, and we could do that as a tier 10 already. I'm pretty much going to be level... instant max level. Are you going to play Diablo next year? I mean, seriously, next year. I'm not going to play Diablo this year. I mean, the Diablo season is running as long as the Path of Exile season already. And I know we have started late, but we will also start with Diablo season, so don't worry about that. You'll definitely get Diablo season content. Wow, Jesus Christ, that one did so much damage. I mean, I generally don't know what actually killed me there, though, because I don't feel like he should have done that much damage. That would instantly take me out, right? It seems like his attacks just did, like, a bajillion damage. Or it might have been the one with the cannon, actually, on the side. To be fair, it might have been the one with the cannon. You sold gloves for 80 divines. I heard that crafting gloves is really easy right now. Especially when you're crafting like triple like socket like gloves. I mean, making money is relatively easy once you've found out like certain shortcuts in crafting and everything. And suddenly you're just swimming in that currency. They dropped with 6 stats already, damn sir. Talk about being lucky. I mean, sometimes you just get currency. I mean, I'm sitting at 1,000 exalted right now, and I'm not even trying, right? So I'm not playing the end game, right? I'm not hardcore trading. The only thing I do is collect the obvious things, like heavy belts, because you can sell heavy belts easily, right? So I collect these, obviously, because it makes sense to collect heavy belts. And I think I've sold, like, heavy belts worth, like, 800 exalted in total already. And that's how easy it is sometimes to make currency. I've sold talismans worth, like 2-3 divines. Good. Oh, we wanted to put on charms, right? By the way, tier 16, I can now go for scavenge plating. Because, so with scavenge plating, I can go pin breaks armor. And I'm not sure if I'm breaking enough armor yet. But we will kick out the Mirage Archer now for the time being. To activate this. I have enough dexterity to actually use the... I assume you have a link to this one on YouTube, Captain DCU. It's linked in our current live stream. Oh, come on now. You just go in there before we have everything triggering. My absolute hatred for this fight against this dude knows no bounds, chat. See, we almost have his armor broken just from that one pinning. Now we just need the nodes that break more armor on pinning. See, he's pinned, by the way. That's why he's not doing anything. Where does the little flaming bird people run around comes from? Usually that's the skin. Oh my god. So these things, these companions that run around you, they're 9 out of 10 times their skin. So I have seen this green bird that people seem to be running around with. Definitely a skin. Oh, 2 levels from this one map, Chad? 2 levels? Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do. Okay, after this, we have the Untainted Paradise. I must put some more supports on my stun grenade, Shan. Currently not using my stun grenade to its full potential. Like, it's a dangerous one, but we need to boost it even further. Stun grenade is a big fat meanie. Okay, so important is that we now take the break more armor and 25% increased physical damage. So now on pinning, see that's armor broke. Look at that. I have 10 scavenge plating at any given point. So I'm just going through. I'm just shooting things with my explosive shot. I'm not using anything else. We're breaking armor on everyone, right? And we're guaranteed the scavenge plating, which will guarantee us as well that we have more armor, sitting at 69% right now without actually good gear, right? We're pretty much running around with what we had like early on. We get your free mystery box, the back piece from the Dolts. So that little twirly wheel that Dolts have on their back to rewind them. Titan Whirling Assault. Yes, Whirling Assault is crazy. It's also not really expensive to make. I really like the Grenadier because it's so easy to make good. Wow. What am I getting here for armors, Chad? So this one has 172 maximum life. It's not even a good armor considering that it just has shitty armor, but it has the amount of max life. So people will want to potentially buy it just for the max life. Like, max life pieces are very wanted left, right, and center. One has intrinsic spirit. Technically have someone craft with that. I just sell all of these just for 5 exalted orbs. And that's how I've pretty much made all my money, right? By just selling things. Like that. Okay, we got the... We need more dexterity. Well, that's now the question. Do we keep playing Wind Dancer, chat? So Wind Dancer is really nice because it rebuffs enemies that are trying to hit me. So decide with me. We want to obviously play Herald of Ash because Herald of Ash is cool, right? We have Oil Grenade, we have Explosive Shot, we have Flash Grenade. Flash Grenade can obviously get this to be a bit more dangerous, so we can go some more gems on Flash Grenade. I need some more currency exchange. Thank you for your tier 5 support gems. This is, by the way, where I've spent my most exalted orbs, right? Flash grenade gets most likely heft. Heft just works well on it. Right, it's just a big increase. The bleed can go off because I like to play bleed, but only to a certain point. It does do some fire and lightning damage, but it's not worth it to like mess around with that because it's mostly physical. So you could technically play brutality because it's 30% more. And I'm not sure if the brutality actually does work on it. Yeah, it's just another boost. And then you could do... Nothing really left to put on it. I mean, you could use Rage Forge because we always have maximum rage, and when you then use it, you get that 35% more damage. However, it's just going to use your just going to decrease your damage output for the time being. So that's not really worth it. I could technically use Life Leech on it or Culling Strike, but none of this is kind of useful. What's the one called again on distance? There is not close combat. Which is the other one called again? There's one like for ranged attacks. That's like when the enemy is away. Or am I crazy? Long shot, yeah, long shot, right? I'll probably use long shot because we like if we use this, we mostly use it on range, so it kind of works. But like if I use grenades often like this and just kill someone like on the distance, so it kind of makes sense. Okay, that's the Untainted Paradise. We could use a tier 10 for that. We put the Wind Dancer away currently, but we have one slot for one spirit skill. And that's where it gets interesting now, because we currently have 28 spirit spare. I could get more spirit easily. What I don't remember correctly is if the actual skills like cannibalism, if they were also less spirit reservation, because I think they are, right? This is usually 30 spirit reservation. So you can also use your bonus spirit to play like crazy stuff. Like Vitality is usually 40 spirit, right? But I'm pretty sure, or I'm not entirely sure, if Vitality did get reduced by this as well. Because it was like spirit reservation of skilled, but I don't remember. So that was 40. But yeah, it's also only half of that, right? So Vitality does not cost the full spirit. It's kind of useful. So I can get Vitality for 20 spirit only, which is crazy. Like the easiest life regeneration you can just weasel out there. Going to maps. I set a tier 10 map, right? These tier 10 maps are shitty. That's fine. We can work with that. There's an Untainted Paradise, 237% XP, chat. We're level 69 now. Let's get a bit more. Play with any Herald? I have Herald of Ash. I wonder if I use the stun grenade but roll in, then I would be better off using close combat. Right? If I keep rolling in. There was a lot of enemies there on one spot, including these two elites that just refused to die. We need a new crossbow, chat. I mean, these are level 73 opponents. Yeah, I wonder, like, it doesn't count, like, where the shot started. It counts where the shot ends. As the first level we just made from the Untainted Paradise. I love finding Untainted Paradises when I'm trying to show you stuff. So we have the armor break happening right away, chat. Do you think we should take this node? I mean, this is increased effect of fully broken armor and damage against enemies with fully broken armor. And then we do more fire damage against enemies with broken armor. So since we're anyways increasing our fire damage as well with our rage, I think it makes sense to play around with that, right? The Herald of Ash is technically not needed, but practically it's really... Oh my goodness, that the amount of bonus projectiles they're shooting. So the amount of bonus boom you're getting is just helpful, because worst case scenario, your grenades kill someone, right? On the outer edge of their explosion radius. But then the, like, any survivor that actually gets out of whatever you're doing there would still suffer from the Herald of Ash bonus explosion. I don't think it's necessarily needed, so we could definitely save that slot for something else. But then again, like, you know, what other spirit skill would you use? Like, the idea is that you're using Wind Dancer, because Wind Dancer might not give us evasion rating because we're not playing evasion rating. However, what Wind Dancer would do is it would reliably rebuff enemies, and then you could also play Life Leech on Wind Dancers. So if then enemies hit you, they get buffed back by the Wind Dancer, and that would then heal you because of the Wind Dancer. The amount of explosions you do, well, we shoot 5 grenades, and my grenades have a 65% chance to erupt twice, right? So that really helps. I wonder, chat, can we play Armor Explosion on my... Ooh, can we play Armor Explosion? I mean, if Pin breaks armor, okay, and my Explosive Shot breaks armor because of Pin. Can I play Armor Explosion on it? I could. Your flame burst reached 2.8 million DPS. How much did you invest so far, sir, in... How much did you invest so far in currency?
I'll fill that in as soon as I can.
Armor Explosion. 12 to 1 approximately. That's reasonable. Oh yeah, that works. Not that we need it, but it's that we have it, right? So it's just like bonus damage. Which pack do you recommend to purchase? Well, what do you mean with which pack? Start playing? Oh, just the standard version for 30 bucks. I would not buy anything more expensive. The standard version for 30 bucks gives you enough in-game currency to buy your first stash tabs. And you should then buy yourself a currency stash tab right away, because that will just increase your gaming fun. Right? Not even a question. Do we need a better crossbow? What does the damage of the armor explosion scale with again? Armor explosion was converts physical to fire damage. Attacks of this skill is 30% of default attack damage. And the armor explosion itself cannot break armor, right? So we're here, chat. You managed to craft a good stuff for your plant build. There you go. I mean, crafting is really that simple. I know it's like at first when you enter the whole game, it seems overwhelming, but like in its basics, not impossible. Okay, we're doing a tier 10 map now with our level 48 and 59 crossbow, chat. So I guess it's about time that we get a new one. So mine does 300 bonus damage and 4 to projectile skills. What other crossbow could we have damage-wise? Do you like to look that up as well, Chad? Am I the only one that's this crazy? Because I like to check if, like, how far am I behind what I could possibly get. If that makes any sense. So if I'm now level 73, how far am I behind, like, an actual level 73 crossbow? Just to, like, analyze if I'm completely off, right? Should I be doing massive more damages? Is this okay? Is this not okay? I would say the gem tab is more important than the unique tab because the uniques you could still order up in your inventory, right? So the gem tab is probably more important because otherwise, like, your gems are going to be jumbled. Okay, Untainted Paradise done. Let's kill the last mobs because we might actually weasel out one more level. So right now, my armor breaking does do more fire damage, guys. So after I shoot them, after I break their armor, my follow-up shots will already be more deadly. And I think I noticed this already in a damage output. I couldn't quantify how much more damage it is, right? But it is more damage. Okay, that was now 4 levels only.
Speak. Well met.
So we are level 70 Jiggy Majiggy. Check for new crossbows. That's laughable. That's laughable. Okay, let's go into the market panel and see what kind of crossbow could we have. We're level 73. We're looking for... Yeah, the problem is what kind of crossbow are we looking for? It is a bombardment crossbow or is it a siege crossbow? Siege crossbow is what level? It's not the level, right? So I think it is a cannonade crossbow right now. Yeah. So we could get physical damage up to that 600. Okay, so, chat, I mean, these are the divine crossbows, obviously. Let's say for exalted orbs, 20 exalted orbs, okay? I could get a crossbow with 426. Here's one with 352, and we could still craft it upwards, right? That's 340. Say for 50 exalted, just so we can see what we got here. Physical DPS, no physical DPS, goes up to 483. 415, 442, 433. So, and we're sitting at 293. Okay, so we could have some more. Thing is, you need a siege crossbow. Because siege crossbow is level 78, right? So I don't even want to craft one right now. So you get a siege crossbow. Let's remove this one. Siege crossbow is like level 79, right? So we need to get to 79 now as fast as possible. Because I don't think there's anything between the cannonade, right? There is bombard. There is siege. There's like bombard is level 35. Yeah, there's no higher level bombard crossbow. No, 64 actually. So we could get a 64 bombard crossbow. So technically level bombard crossbow, minimum level 73. 64. But they're both horrible. That's the sad part. They're just elemental damage increasers, right? It's just terrible. So what do we have? Should we just slam some currency on these bad boys, Chad? So we get the lightning, we get the fire, and we get the fire. I kind of want to see what comes out of them, right? So this one is a 171 with 138, so that's already 300 damage, right? So if I now would take this 300 damage crossbow, though, over my current one, I would lose massive DPS on the flash grenade. Because my flash grenade is mainly physical, right? The explosive shot is okay. The explosive shot wouldn't care. It would actually stay great. But look at the difference on the flash grenade. Going down from 2,000 damage, right? All the way to that. And the main reason for this is obviously that we're playing here the brutality. So if I take brutality off, we're good damage-wise. But the damage is like the same. If I now go here for physical up, right? We put the physical up, put 2 sockets in, get 2 tokens, sockets, sorry. So we're now sitting at the explosive shot here. Grenades is 13k, and before was grenade 12. So yeah, we get 400 more damage for our efforts, chat. Now, obviously, if I buy myself an perfect essence of battle, which is way too wasty right now, right? I'm going to buy one regardless because I don't mind the waste. Fine. We now buy ourselves, obviously, a perfect essence of battle and put it like on this inferior crossbow. We're suddenly sitting at 20,000 damage. That long shot I didn't like on my flash grenade. A short fuse is useless. It makes it explode faster. We get pinned already. Like payload. You could play payload for the double explosion, but if you play payload, you would have to play cooldown recovery. Because then it would be better to work. So the thing is, we still also need to find a better crossbow for our explosive shot, because our explosive shot is obviously at a 48 crossbow. So if we now go for I think a construct crossbow, yeah. Let's see if we can just get ourselves a simple one so we don't have to waste that much time here. Construct crossbow. That's not actually very much damage than what I have. This is quite... I mean, this has 400, like, you know. Quite a bunch of sad shitters here. I mean, that's 268, but it has increased grenade damage, but we don't need grenade damage, which is sad. Wow, these are like a bunch of sad losers, honestly. And that's like for 10 exalted orbs. Wow. Shocketh, chat. Shocketh. People are not selling good crossbow this season. 7-2 projectile skill, still useless. They're 3 times more expensive than last season. Oh, that's very simple because of inflation. So, by the way, since now we jumped over all these maps, guys, we can instantly go into tier 15 maps. Yeah. So, it might seem crazy, but we could just jump into a tier 15 map. Just like that. Because we're level 73, so the level difference is only 6 levels. That's fine. Let me see with our new damage. Explosive shot still does good damage, but we need a new crossbow to really have that damage go crazy. Right? The biggest downside is that right now you're missing the... I wonder if I should take my cannonade crossbow for both. Probably. Let's see if I put this crossbow... So we're currently sitting at 4,000, right? If I have this one, yeah, to both, then it's actually 7,000. That's the difference, right? 3,000 damage and it's a triple shot. Not forget that. You get a big handicap level? No, you don't. Right now, the level difference is 5 levels, and the allowed difference is 7 at this point. Or 6. 7 or 6. Before we get XP penalty. Oh, wow. They actually hit me. They're just saying. I'm perfectly fine. I wonder if I want to go for these armor nodes. However, in order to reach these armor nodes, I would have to go like really stupid pathies that I don't want to go. Because these are all good armor nodes. And I was wondering if there's any other decent armor node I'd like to go for. Right? There's nothing super intriguing. It's like armor and evasion rating every single time, right? And armor and evasion rating doesn't do much for me. The next armor nodes would be here. Our defense is okay-ish, but we obviously need better equipment because we just jumped 27 levels in case you missed it, right? So obviously we now need to upgrade our defense because we went from level 69 and we're now 74, right? So from 69 to 24 in one map, and we haven't upgraded our equipment since then. Does one converts evasion to armor? You do have the convert all evasion rating to armor, iron reflexes. Chat, look at this beautiful essence here. So I know you can corrupt this, but what does it do if I corrupt this? Like, I've never done it. I just know that you can corrupt these, but what does it actually do if you do corrupt these? I never had a reason to do it. It changes all of them to different ones, to better ones. Oh, wow. You just hit me with enough damage to instant kill me? That was weird. Better or worse? Or does it just change the quality of them? So does it turn the... Where did the... Oh, that's where he went. I'm just looking where he went, and there it is. So perfect essence of sorcery is important, right? That's a huge find. Big stretch, chat. Big stretch. You can get corrupted essences, which are crazy expensive. I wasn't even aware that corrupted essences are a thing. So what you're saying, I should always corrupt an essence thingy and hope for the best? Never felt the need, if I'm honest with you. I mean, for being fresh to tier 15 maps, right? I think we're good. We still need to get ourselves a level 79 bow because that's where the real damage comes from. So level 79 bows go up to like 800 damage and more. That's where it gets crazy. Just the useless ones I corrupt. That makes sense. So when I get like the greater essence of the one that gives stats, for example, yeah, you could corrupt that. You know what? I like your way of thinking, Chad. You're all so smart. You're way smarter than me. Makes you wonder if we can converse all armor, all evasion rating to armor. If it would be opportune to take armor and evasion rating helmets and boots, then trade them over, right? Wow, she just got pooped on. Like, so heavily pooped on, it wasn't even fun. Like, it was like, it wasn't beautiful to look at. Poor lady. Talismans with 1k DPS are all 30 divines. Why would you need a talisman with that much DPS, though? What do you even need it for, sir?
Yes?
That has 285 lightning damage on it, chat.
Oh, it's
Random talisman being sold again for 5 exalted.
will want that.
Pony just selling talismans for 5 exalted. Mainly because he can.
Yes.
Yes.
We have,
Yes.
as expected. Go.
Armor strength, 2 charm slots. Ah, we wanted to take charms, right? I have like so random charms. Like I have Beerus Anguish used when you become ignited, right? Because ignited ground. We get when we become poisoned. We have here chaos resistance too, right? And we get the frozen. I need the thawing, right? So yay. Well, stash tabs that you use that are useful. The most useful ones are 100% currency and gems. Those are the 2 ones you need. Everything after that is bonus. I mean, the unique stash tab is really cool to have because it just like has all your uniques in there and it just orders them and you don't really have to worry that much anymore bringing order to that. Obviously, you would like to have a merchant tab too, so you can sell things on the market, right? That's what a merchant tab is really good at and for. I mean, optimally, you also want an essence tab because that gathers all your essences. It's not like that you couldn't put your essences somewhere else. However, it's very useful. But again, this is more like if you then, the longer you play, the more useful it gets. Because obviously, you won't find many essences while you're leveling. You find some, but not too many. But then as you hit the end game, for example, I try to get as many essences as possible. I'm actually banking on essences. I have my whole atlas set up to give me as many essences as we can, right? Oh, we're not breaking enough armor on a boss yet? Do I have to put corrosion back on my gas grenade to actually break the last bits of armor? Chad? Yeah, I feel like I have to. What is that? Look at me. I am confusion. So that was our first tier 15 map, ladies and gentlemen, with level 75 now, officially done. We get 2 more points. Let's think, ladies and gentlemen. Let's think what we would like to do. We could do banner-related stuff, and we will want to do banner-related stuff. I'm sad that we didn't break enough armor on the beast. I wonder if I should go for the break increased armor on the side here instead of the increased effect of fully broken armor. Because if we can't like pin and break a boss, that kind of feels bad, right? So you kind of want to have the break increased armor. You also do have the break increased armor here if we wanted to do that, but that feels bad. Increased area of effect for attacks per enemy you have ignited in the last 8 seconds. I increase enemies like crazy. I ignite enemies like all the time. Interesting. You should go for gem cutter so you can get immune to ignite. The majority of my socketed gems are not red, they're green actually. I think. It's 9 to 9. So we could get him immune to ignite. I mean, we should also try to get the more movement speed, max life, and max mana, right? We're almost there for the movement. And we're almost there for the maximum life. So that would be easy to pull through. So that's definitely something I guess we could go for.
What do you... The name...
Fund of Power. The Fund of Power used to be like very thought after, very expensive thing
Hail.
that people kind of want to have.
Thanks for the chat.
Okay, we need to get to level 79. That's our absolute goal right now. Our armors, chat. Our armor's still a 400 armor. Yeah. A 400 armor. But we had this, what was it? The level 75 armor here. Do we want to take this one? Let's see, we could get a... I kind of want to desecrate it to see what comes out of it. Rare armor. Yep, and then we're going to put in another suffix. 31 max life. Oh, 31 max life. 31 max life. Eat these nuts. Oh, Jesus. Okay, we need to get to the Lightless Well. For that, we need to finish Act 2 quickly because we haven't actually. Boom, boom. Master on Badlands. Could you try my Wyvern build? I don't use Flame Breath, though. That's the thing. So since I am on PC, I can't use Flame Breath to meaningful move around. And I also don't want to use Flame Breath, to be honest. Do I have to kill all of these? No, I don't, but it's fun.
Looks like someone dug too deep. Let the darkness in.
Pounds Devour might be my single-handed most favorite combo of skills ever. Right? I won't lie. Pounds Devour might just be my absolute comfort. I locked in on my Wyvern like 2 days ago because I just wanted to play a bit of Wyvern. And it just felt so good. Like, I like my Wolf. I like my Plant Mage, right? I like my Bear. I like my Tornado character. But there's something magical about just pouncing around, then getting your Rend, Power Charge activation, and just destroying everything. Comfort? Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce comfort correctly, so eat that. Little dragon. Come on now. Shoo! Gimme. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. So do we take the 91% increased armor or the armor in max life? I mean, 91% increased armor would obviously be a lot right now.
Bet this fetches a price.
I'm just going to be sad losing my max life on the armor because 126 is nice. Look at that. That's 1,400. That's an upgrade. That's 1,000 more. How much are we going up? From 57 to 6. Woo! Yeah, so can do, Chan. I saw Wyvern Monk with Ice build. Yep, saw that too. Works, but honestly, it doesn't work that much crazier than just playing Wyvern, right? So yeah, it works, but it's not like, oh my goodness, virginity lost. So that would be 2,000 armor, and now we're suddenly vastly more tanky, and we get resistances right away, correct? I mean, the crazy part is here, we're suddenly sitting at 73% of elemental damage is also taken care of by armor. So just by putting that on. I like to see that. What resistance is lagging behind currently? So we got too much lightning. We don't have enough lightning. So technically, I would want to have a lightning and cold resistance something. Rings. We have lightning and cold resistance, something meaningful. Yeah, that one has a lot of damage, Chad. A reasonable amount of damage happening. Get lightning resistance and maximum life and physical damage. You know what? Come with me now. Right? Do the trick. You have lightning and cold resistance, actually, and max life. You get, like, kind of everything happening. This is a mortar cluster build. This is a mortar build. Yes, sir. We're not using the mortar cluster here, though, for the different grenades. Even though it's not bad. Like, it's more increased fire damage. Different grenade fired in the past 8 seconds. Kind of nice because you just fire your grenade. So this actually does work. I should probably use weapon swap points for it. The problem is that I don't have different weapon swap points for the explosive shot. So I'm like struggling to find more meaningful weapon swap points that make sense. That is a Untainted Paradise again. Hold my Untainted Paradise, Chan. Positive, good to see you there. Greetings also, Norcall White Boy. Thank you for the sub. Dante, appreciate it as well. No, Norcall, you're actually the first one today. Chat, don't forget, if you find a Prime sub, to use it somewhere here on Twitch, right here. What happened to Where Winds Meet? It's still there, sir, but we're waiting for the last breakthrough. And you gotta understand that Where Winds Meet was never a game that you play every single day. Unless you really thought it would be that way, but it was never meant to be. Okay, we need to find a good single target firing crossbow. I mean, the crossbow we're having now is nice, right? But it's not nice for tier 15 maps. Again, though, you need to get level 79 before you get a new crossbow. I'm gonna have to try to craft one of those or find one of those because I'm not sure if someone is actually even having crossbows out right now. If I'm looking for talismans, no problem, I can find them. To change our loot filter for a more in-game friendly one. Then we can do the Untainted Paradise, chat, and instantly zoom to level 80. Yeah, I'm 80 definitely, right? And then we can do the 4th Ascension. It'll be plenty easy. I wonder if you use a Mirage Archer for explosive shot, right? And then you just drop grenades and roll. And your Mirage Archer will always shoot into that and make them explode, which is kind of funny. Ooh, tier 17. Let's go. It's also time that we like get better upgraded shots, right? We are level 72, so we can do this. What level is my explosive shot right now? My explosive shot is 14, right? Let's go back and see how much more damage that would be. Why 79? Because 79 is the next crossbow level. I can't get a new crossbow because I'm waiting for the next crossbow level to be able to do things. So that is from 14 to 17. We're currently sitting at 8,000 damage. Okay. My grenade is also 14. Got a skill gem. So, and explosive grenade. So that is still, that's 8,000 now. My explosive grenade is at 22,000 damage. So that's great. That's 22,000 times 5 and then double trigger. So it's kind of like 200,000 damage. Grenades are just ridiculous, right? Because, like, grenades explode twice and then that kind of stuff.
Long time since I've seen one of these.
The reason we mainly want to use the explosive shot to clear things is because it's just instantaneous, right? What you could, for example, do is you could turn all your fire damage into ice damage. And then use the Herald of Ice on your explosive shots to freeze enemies. It's kind of funny. Problem is that as a tactician that wouldn't work because your damage is actually... Can I not get... Why? Oh, it's over. I'm just wondering, why can't I go forward? Like, what's holding me back? This makes no sense. There's nothing in my way. I would have just rolled for another 20 minutes there before I just understood that there's actually no way forward. Yeah, this is going to be like a full... Whoa, it's going to be full explosive shot clearing. Once we get that level 79. Okay, sir, you're just freezing me way too much, and I'm not liking this. I'm not liking this the slightest. That level of freeze. What was that? So if we do a tier 15 Untainted Paradise, that should be tons of XP, right? Gentlemen. I mean, the fun part is just my tankiness. So we're sitting at 80% armor, right? And we are by far don't have, like, the best helmet on. We by far don't have the best boots on. So we, like, with this build, I can easily sit, like, at 90% armor. And I don't have to waste, like, a lot of resources on armor nodes and everything, right? It always makes me happy. Because who likes to waste, like, a lot of points on just, like, defensive nodes? Like, you want to have the... I use the damage nodes, right? Okay, do we activate the temple, chat? Oh, we activated the temple. Are we going? We're going, right? We're going. Another Surgeon Ward grade. That upgrades at least my Crucible of Transcendence. Monsters ground 40% more XP. We're almost there, chat. We are there. We made it. Ladies and gentlemen. We made it. Okay, so we're going to zoom through just to the Architect, right? Okay, now if we put in one more... I need to put one more green socket in and one more... Okay, which one needs 4 sockets? My gas grenades needs 4 sockets. And my oil grenade needs that. So what we're going to do now is we're going to do 2 things. Can I put Auric Smelting on? No, not for that. We still need to play Corrosion for bosses. So this is just for bosses, right? That would be my green one. Now I have 10 green for movement speed. My oil grenade needs another red one. So this potent exposure, it is persistent ground, and we could go prolonged duration, I think. That should work. So that's my 10th, and now we get here 5% more life, and we get 5% more movement speed. What's the temple level? Is level 74. Not really high. Oh, Jesus. So how is my temple laid out? I need to go right and then up. Done. I think I'm gonna like throw an eye into the Crucible of Transcendence because I don't know what that one could actually give you, right? Oh, wow. Well, okay, brother. Like, just blast me with whatever you did there. Damage is the thing you'll never be satisfied with compared to defense. I disagree. That might just be myself. When I reach a certain level of defense, damage, I'm just happy. My damage goal is always cleared 4th Ascension without a single hiccup problem. Right? As soon as that one done, I'm just satisfied. That might just be me. Uncut skill gem. Okay, we have reached the surgeon room. Xipa, the master of the flash surgeon. Has any one of you ever gotten like a pathetic limb? Because I have still not gotten any pathetic limbs, Chan. I'm still waiting. Oh, wow. You can actually fight that thingy? And good night. Finally, Chad! Woo! Give me my arms! Okay, reduced movement speed penalty. That's actually good. Increased deflection rating. Increased deflection rating. Reduced... yeah, I use while reduced movement speed penalty, right? It's really good for grenade gameplay because grenade gameplay is all about zooming.
Not sure what I expected.
Sinflash Sanctum still has nothing for us, right? You need to be private insured to get this. Yeah. I understand the joke. I am private insured, so lucky me. Or not lucky me, who knows? Okay, more exposure. This higher level of the oil grenade actually does give more exposure? No, it's just the size of the oil spray. Okay, let's get just to the architect, right? Oh no, I need to do more rooms. This is probably the biggest scam of the whole architect thingy, right? It's like, I just want to go there. I really don't want to, like, go into any other room, right? The other rooms annoy the shit out of me. And they're like, nah, listen. You need to do the other rooms. This is of utmost importance. Do you have any warrior leveling build? I leveled my warrior this season as a druid. So if you actually want to look that up, we have like, we called it one build to rule them all. Because we made one build that works for every single class. And it is a druid build that works for every single class. And buy a few choice uniques for that. Can I take this one too? Ooh, easy. How many rooms did it say I need to bonus clear? It said I need to do another 5 rooms, right? Automaton lab. We still have the capacity for one more spirit skill, chat, if we want to use one more spirit skill. So we really got to decide. Ooh, you're a boss. I need to try out if you can use the if you can use the way too many of those iron rings. Okay, I don't have any identification scrolls, so I gotta kick out everything I don't want. Helm can come with me. The armor I don't want, the talisman I don't want. Improve the quality of a weapon or armor above 20% with a chance of corrupting it. Wow. 21, huh? Huh? 21. Not too excited about that, am I? Better than 20. I mean, better than 20, yeah. But with a chance of corrupting it, no. Okay, how many more rooms do I have to complete? Oh, no. Got it. Oh, there you are. Now explain to me why the other guy had so much HP, guys. Why did the other guy have so much HP in comparison?
Oh, look at that. A blood medallion. I think I've got something in here about those.
Hello. Can you hear me?
Okay, +6. Used to increase max crystal craft capacity 6 up to 60. How much crystal capacity do you have, Chan? So we got the Grand Project. It contains unique the Grand Project. I don't even know which unique that is, so we're just going to go for it. Vault of Reverence. Lineage support. Contains a device to salvage socketed augments. Tablet. Reverence. Yeah, you want a lineage support, right?
I will work to undo his machination, though it may take
And a high-level rune.
Yes.
Now we can go out.
Let's see what we can do with it back at the console.
Grand Projects? Okay, makes sense. Want that? Saying? Happy we went into this? No unhappy feelings? Let's kill the boss.
surprise.
I'm temporal. I don't like to be temporal. And I want to do things, but I'm just temporal. I feel so slow and sluggish. Okay, we're level 70. Ooh, one more level. Chat, that's it. Only one more level. By the way, compare him to that one fire smith with his fire resistance in the fire realm. Like, seriously. I wonder if I should clap the note here for damage penetrates fire resistance, because I might have to do that, right? Considering how sturdy that dude was. Just penetrate a little bit more fire resistance. Okay, if I get a level 79 weapon, we're instantly able to ascend, I guess. Let's see. I don't want that. I don't want this. I don't want those. That's a crossbow, which is useless, so we can sell that as well. That's a talisman. This is a helmet that's useless. This is a helmet that's useless. That ring doesn't have anything meaningful. You actually do have 33 strength, so you need to stay. Jewels. Do I not have any jewels? I don't think I have any jewels put in. John? We have 2 jewel slots that we haven't taken yet. What do we want? Do we want something projectile related? Projectile speed. Yeah, probably area damage. Good area. We have fire damage. Good elemental damage if I wanted to. Break increased armor, which is kind of useless, right? Nothing like too hot on none of these, to be honest. I mean, we get crossbow shenanigans, right? So I could do damage with crossbows. If I wanted to. Attack speed with crossbows. Nothing of this is even remotely interesting. And I could also just simply take armor-related ones and then be happy. Yeah, none of this is like in any way where I'm like, I want this, you know? I need this. This is like so good. I cannot resist. Armor sounds good. Armor is never bad. You can just get more armor. I mean, it doesn't hurt. Here, like 15 and 20% increased armor. Done. You just want to become tankier. Right? Your damage penetrates fire resistance. Done. Right? That brings us at least a 75% armor. That's not bad. Let's take a tier 15 map and then just push our level up. Whatever that is. So that's our untainted paradise that we're working towards too. Let's get ourselves... So we're sitting at 79%. 80% armor. Still. Right, that one hasn't changed. You know, if enemies don't have like insane elemental resistance, suddenly we're just damaging them. I think like my last map had 73% elemental resistance on monsters. We definitely need some resistance breaking. Also need better gloves. My gloves are kind of sad, right? They don't even have any damage bonus. Let's get ourselves... You see, now everything dies to a one-shot again. So I guess we actually do need to take some fire resistance penetration at least. Just die to my stun grenade. Oh, we already have armor break, gives us more fire damage, so that we have. We still need to penetrate fire resistance as well, at least a bit. I mean, since it's only one single skill up, like it's a 2 skill point thing, I don't think it hurts to invest in that. Hurt more. Oh, 50 exalted. Let's go. It's been my source of exalted, by the way. Just finding heavy belts and selling them, Chan. Might sound silly to you, but it is an easy income. I feel like this is another 13% damage penetrates fire resistance, so I guess it doesn't hurt. And since most of our damage is fire damage, it makes like no sense to not take that node. He does have elemental resistance aura. Yeah, well, what are you gonna do now when your elemental resistance is not enough, huh? Why is heavy belt valuable? People use orbs of chance to make a headhunter out of it. And since a lot of people also corrupt the gear, it's like get heavy belt, orb of chance it, get a headhunter hopefully, then Val orb it, rinse and repeat. So it's like heavy belts are always in heavy demand. They're one of the easiest forms of making currency. I've in the past 3 days, like in my campaign run of this character, I found 3 heavy belts. So that's another 150 exalted orbs, just like that. You don't have to do any crazy temple abuses to get money. You just have to pick up the things that are worth it. Right? That's simple. Damn. You just got molested, Chan. Poor guy. So should we see that we find better item pieces for the rest we have? It's going to actually be hard because my helmet is not necessarily bad because it has like 30% armor. Right? My boots have just movement speed. My gloves can definitely be something else, so that's that. Destroy, destroy. Destroy. Destroy, destroy. So like heavy belt comes into the shop. I can even sell it only for 45 if I feel like it, because 45 gets always sold. No question.
Well met. Survive.
It's always sold. That's 59% physical damage, but it's sadly the wrong tier. So we need to go now for a market panel and siege crossbows, because again, siege crossbows are the final tier of crossbows, right? Optimally, I would want to go for magic and have one with a lot of physical damage. I mean, these all have elemental damage with attacks, which you kind of want, because that's all what you're doing. However, you first need to get the actual physical damage up. So it's intriguing that no one actually lists like physical damage ones. Like this is physical damage, but no percentage physical damage, right? We need something like this here. Now, people are heavily overpricing this. That's crazy. Let's craft something beautiful, though.
Good news for you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was a low roll. That was a low roll. So sad. Oh, the pain. That's really a low roll. That's okay, though. Oh, do I have a Dextral Necromancy? Tokens, necro. I get a necromancy. No, I want the other one, the one for prefix. Do I have the one for prefix? Yep. So I activate this, and then I desecrate a weapon, because now this gives me a prefix guaranteed, right? And that prefix could be physical damage. So let's see. That's terrible. It's not a bad outcome, but it's not worth it to like keep crafting on that weapon. Because the outcome could have been better. So let's see that we buy the other one. You sell that for 10 divine orbs? For 10 divine orbs? That's not even a good outcome. I mean, who's going to buy this for 10 divine? Like, seriously, what is that? What are you selling? You're selling crap. I mean, if that is worth 10 divines, then I'm underpricing stuff like crazy. So bacon strip, you could use a perfect essence. You mean the...
Oh, it's you.
I mean, the perfect essence of abrasion. I prefer this one, thank you.
All right, your order is registered.
This is a slightly better outcome. We have Oh wait, we can see our sell history. How do I pull that up? See, like this was heavy build, tribal mask, random talismans, another talisman. That talisman I could have sold for 2 divine, by the way, and I just undersold it. Heavy build, some random staffs, another random staff, talismans, random talismans, right? As you can see here. Here, Caterpillar's Gambit, that quiver was really expensive. I'm just like, I don't trade much, right? But it was enough to keep me like afloat and having like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of
What's new?
things. How much do the reroll thingies cost currently? Oh, they're expensive. Their reroll runs are crazy. See, that's 85% increased elemental damage with attacks. So that is like twice the amount, right? That's now vastly better. You're gonna take Exalted Orb. Exalted Orb. Go back. And now we're gonna go for, yeah, Perfect Essence of Battle. It's the only expensive thing to obviously do. So that is the Essence of Battle. Cost me another 174. That's expensive.
Let's see if there are any takers.
Oh, it just went up in price. And thank you. Now I sold something. See, my belt just sold, chat. Just making the money back that we put in there easily. I mean, that one is still a good crossbow, right? This is still a good crossbow for 383 with the elemental damage. I mean, I bought this for 50 base, so I need to sell it at least for 70 somewhere to make it make sense. This was, I'll physical it up.
Oh, it's you.
I'm surprised how cheap the greater runes of iron are. Yeah.
I'll post it right away.
10, 6. Thank you. Give me those already. Steven, thank you for the 5 gifted. Valrus also, thank you for the 2 months of Prime. Valrus and Steven, appreciation. Hope you're doing good. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Happy New Year to all of you. Okay, stop the sell and give me those 6. Okay, so that crossbow is now sitting at 549 damage, chat. And we don't have enough dexterity to wield it. So this is the comparison. Okay, chat. These 2 crossbows. So level 59 versus level means we're currently at 22,600 damage with our grenades. That is 31,000 times 5 times the double explosion, right? And our explosive shot is from 7,000 up to 11,000 times 3 as well. Our flash grenade is also getting like a huge boost in damage. Could actually here now go back to the other shenanigans. Okay, so we wanted to see if we have a better helmet, right? And better helmet is unlikely because we just have a good helmet. I could get better boots with more movement speed, but I doubt that we have a better helm. That's unidentified. Oh, this has good recies and good everything, but not the level of armor that I'm looking for. This has the level of armor and resistances. I could just desecrate that to see what comes out of it, right? I still need a better armor glove, but preferable one that also gives us some damage, right? Because we're just missing flat damages. I mean, like, like, these are not even giving me a lot. There was the lightning damage. There's my beautiful armor boots. For my mana, lightning resistance, whatever. Those are my secret boots here, chat. Let's actually desecrate these and see what happens. So when we desecrate the where's armor here? I want to see what comes out of this. Wait, desecrate the helmet too. Just see what comes out of the helmet. Let's see. Let's see what we get out of that. I removed citadels from your map. I found my first citadel cluster, and it's now like 6 or 7 citadels on top of each other. Oh, sorry. Did it bug the reveal, Chad? Oops. What do I do now? I reveal again. Okay, so that's terrible. I mean, at least it's 35 maximum life, but honestly, that's like, why don't you just shoot me in the face? Right? I mean, none of these is good. This is a bunch of sadness. That's armor applies to elemental damage or fire and case resistance, which is also kind of nifty because we don't have any fire and case resistance. This would lose me the armor applies to stuff, right? But it would give me more resistances, so we would be finally fire resistance out to the moon. Crit chance? Ah, no, you don't crit with grenades. Grenade critting is not a thing, sir. Cold. So that brings us... I mean, this is somewhat resistance up. Let's buy a Berea token. Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Berea. 77, 77. You put it under requirements. No? Oh, I have the... What have I? Magic. Way too many things sent. 77 for 10 exalted. Throw master 15 each. Yep. To have or not to have. Okay, let's get the Trials of Sekimus. So, ladies and gentlemen, much damage, many wows. Very defense. Feeling good. Let's see how it feels. Are you ready? My armor looks a bit shoddy, right? I don't look cool. That's a problem. We don't like that. And we're now live for 2 hours and 37 minutes, guys. And 2 hours ago, we were level 61. And now we're sitting at level 79. Which is actually plenty illegal. Sacred water found. Less movement speed. Less movement speed if you have been hit recently is a nuisance, but since I am zoomy and boomy, I should be fine. Oh, sorry. Roll.
The ritual has been disrupted.
Have you used bone shrapnel on any of these skills? No, I have not used bone shrapnel on any of these skills. What would bone shrapnel do for me? I generally don't know what the support does with the, you know, so please educate me, Father. I have a relic that gives me also
That's close.
sacred water on things. Skills cannot pin, but cause explosion of pinned enemies to deal of their HP in a radius. Hailstorm failed. Yes, Hailstorm failed. I tried it. Unless you are doing some shenanigans with a Rampart Raptor, it's not worth it. And even those shenanigans with a Rampart Raptor are not worth it. I would also not say it per se failed. It was really fun for map clearing. Because you kind of hailstorm around things and then you explode stuff. So it wasn't bad for map clearing. However, like if my explosive shot just does the same as all your hailstorm rounds, if my stun grenade does more than all your hailstorm rounds, then what then? We can look at the bone shrapnel, sir. Down the line. Okay, did I just get through with, like, so far getting only one affliction? Nice, tier 17 skill gem, Chan. Yeah, my skill gems are not high level yet, so I can get more levels, more damage just simply by getting that too. I mean, this brings our explosive grenade up to the 33,000. Reasonable. I mean, 33,000 times 5 seems good, I'd say. Reduced honor restored. That kind of sucks, but I guess it's fine. You're playing Path of Exile. Path of Exile 2, sir. We're not playing that abomination that's called Path of Exile 1. I said it, I'm not taking it back. Don't fight me. Careful, Chillis. I'm just not a Path of Exile 1 enjoyer, sir. You gotta admit they're so different that you either like one or the other. In rare instances, people like both, right?
Stand tall.
Random boon. 40% increased movement speed. Let's go.
The forehead is formidable.
The forehead is formidable.
Yourself. You have the birth.
Dankeschön, Dankeschön, Dankeschön. 1,100. Sacred Water Found is doubled. It's great. But we need the 50% more damage. And technically I should take the more defense, but I want the Sacred Water Found doubled because Sacred Water Found doubled, like, in the grand scheme of things, in the grand scheme of the whole Ascension, insane, right? Okay. See? Chalice Trials. Let's go. Sacred Water. I mean, a Grand Sacred Water Fountain gives you, like, so much now. It also counts for Sacred Water found on, like, enemies, right? When they die and you pick those up, that is also doubled. I hate the way we get ascendancy points in both parts. I do definitely not like the labyrinth. Labyrinth is annoying. I feel like it's just like, how do I say this now? So in the Trials of Sechemus, I'm at least trying to beat the respective room challenge, right? Whereas in the Labyrinth from Path of Exile 1, I just try to run through as fast as possible without looking at anything. Right now, I'm not, like, even trying to have any fun there or look left and right. I just, like, how do I get out of this to the boss as fast as I can? And that I dislike, right? It kind of takes away from the whole experience because I don't even want to engage in the actual system of the thingy, right? I just need to run faster. Okay, we're already 1,000 Sacred Water again, chat. Okay, we need to go to this. Sacred Water when hit by an enemy. Which doesn't really matter because we're just not going to get hit. An Abyss Precursor Tablet. Why is that so wanted? Does that guarantee one use remaining? Because it popped like up in that ethereal color. That usually means it is like a very high thought out item, right? So the item filter is smart like that. Thank you, Never Sink. It makes like stuff that is desirable pop up like this. Okay, merchant price is reduced. Then, and restore honor on entering a boss plus that.
May that serve you.
I'm gonna go for... Does anyone know what a unique Abyss map could be worth, chat? Am I just making bank now? Not necessarily ultra valuable, but still. A lot? Did I just get hit gold? They'd be like, can I tell my wife that I don't need to work anymore? It's over? 5 diffs a few days ago. Wow. You have no armor. I mean, you have no evasion is also annoying. And when you get affliction, oh my goodness. You have... So they're all shit because I will get 40% less damage, whatever I do. But I cannot take you have no armor. That's like a guaranteed it's over. That was now a bunch of really annoying choices, I gotta say. 3 divs? Well, then I'm safe for the rest of the league with 3 divs. To craft whatever I want to craft, right? And I always just try to get enough so I can just keep crafting. Okay, so we can't take bonus afflictions because this one is crazy. That would like have me gain twice afflictions every single time. I mean, 50% less damage is annoying. However, I don't require the more damage. Right? Even without the more damage, I am insane. And we still have a chance to actually remove that. Right? I still wonder if I should try to get more elemental damage penetration nodes, because whenever someone has elemental resistance, that's definitely a bummer for us. And obviously, having enemies with elemental resistance is quite common. Okay, let's see if we can double destruction them again. So I was thinking, like, should we try to get this node, right? Attacks penetrate elemental resistance. Should we try to get that? I'm still considering if I should go with weapon swap points for the extra fire damage for every different grenade fired, because that actually does work. That's a weapon set point we forget to set the whole time.
Guardians await you ahead. Be light on your feet.
Let's do the ground. So early ground first, Chan, for resistances. Then gas for bonus armor break. Then explosive grenades for the finisher.
That was an impressive display. Rest a while.
Okay, 30% less life.
Fight within
You have more maximum honor. You can see another room ahead. The rooms are slower. Increased honor restored. Let's go. Sold. Don't worry. This is all good. Okay, award key. Less energy shield. That would be... Yeah, I mean, less energy shield is probably the best one to take right now. What's the worst that happens? How do you add crit to bows deterministically? I never tried to craft bows, nor did I try to craft crit bows, so therefore I can actually not help you there. Don't know. Never messed around with that. He revives minions around him. How annoying would that be, Chan? Okay, where's the other boss? Because we're now waiting for him to show us like another elite. But there's no elite coming. So where is the next elite? When I like, even if it's a worm elite, it should have come out already, right? Where is it? High risk. Thank you for the 2 gifted subs. High risk appreciation. That's very kind of you, sir.
that was close.
We can go to the merchant. No, we go for less energy shield. And usually when I craft weapons, it's all about adding like the flat physical, right? To just get the most out of it, or the flat magic to get the most out of it. That's how I mostly craft. I haven't like tried to deterministic add crit. It is possible though, most likely. And everything is possible with crafting. Question rather is how expensive it is going to be, right? So adding like a little bit of fizz, yeah, super cheap. Like not a problem, right? Adding something like crit deterministic is probably more expensive. Okay, what we're going to try to do is we're going to try to remove the blunt sword, chat. Restore honor. If I go for this, we're going to go for physical damage and room completion. That is so fine. Like, physical damage and room completion does absolutely not matter for the amount of armor I have. I finally got hit by something that actually cost me honor. You know what the problem is with the physical damage on room completion? I will get honor back on room completion due to my relic, and then I'll take physical damage on room completion, losing me some stuff again. That's going to be interesting. Okay, let's blunt sword removal. Come on, chat. Gain upward path. That says sacred water, tariffs, no. Enchanted urn, random minor affliction, loot, nah. Get some sleep. I got sleep. I slept 8 hours tonight. Not sure why everyone is so concerned about my sleep. I slept. I still look like this even if I sleep, sir. I'm not sure why you're making fun of me, brother. Never did anything to you. You be so mean to me. Less maximum honor or take physical damage on room completion. You know what? I take less maximum honor because I'm actually sitting at 2,000, and 2,000 is like, it's plenty for a full armor character. I mean, 2,000 would be terrible if I was like, now like a full energy shield character, right? Because you're going to be losing like 500 energy shield if you take a single hit on a full energy shield character. Whereas I don't just lose, like, I mean, I'm going to lose 10 energy shield if someone, 10 honor if someone hits me with anything. Whee! Okay, and we do the escape trial. It's very satisfying to just one-hit everything. Okay. Okay, so first step is putting the oil down. Good. I have my resistance full armor. How will elemental damage from the enemies work on me? I mean, armor does not reduce elemental damage from alone. Armor only reduces elemental damage if you have stats like armor applies to elemental damage as well. In my case, for example, 69% of elemental damage is also being covered by armor, which is kind of good. So resistance reduce the damage, and then your armor reduces the damage further. Otherwise, you would get blasted by elemental damage. Okay, traps deal reduced damage. We get the blip, more sacred water found. We also restore our honor full. Then we go to the relic cache to actually put some relics in. Shit, I thought I had more space. Gray phase, no space. Okay, we got 14 keys. Chat, 14 keys. That's crazy. Lose sacred water on room completion, but I gain sacred water on room completion, and I have enough sacred water to buy some cool things from him, so that's nifty.
Can I really recognize this one? Zarok, the temporal.
On this floor, having like anyone with proximal intangible is just scam. I said it, I'm not taking it back.
A great challenge. Overcome.
How much more relaxing it is when you can actually clear everything on range.
I shall aid
Okay, more defense.
fight
Next minor boon is a mayor boon.
is made.
Restore honor on venerating on a shrine. Nah, that's fine. Okay, so minor boon is a mayor boon, and I can't go for it. Oh, we get 50% more defense, which actually puts us at 84% armor. So we're almost at 90% armor, chat. Oh, that thing needs to die ASAP before it, like, gets out of hand and annoying. Good. Coffer relics? I always get coffer relics because they turn out, like, the coffer relics usually are the ones that are insane. Have cool stuff. I was at 90% armor, 2.5k life, and was still getting one-shots. Oh, yeah, absolutely. I mean, 2k life is not really a lot, so that's important, right? Sad part with armor is that armor in itself is just not enough, right? Unless you have a lot of max life, armor is virtually useless. Obviously exaggeration, but you get the drift, right? I am stuck. Oh my lord. What was that now? Absolute bullshit. Couldn't even roll past that. I didn't want to have my honor anyways. I mean, who wants that, right, Chan? Damn. What I was about to say is that the... you need at least like 3,000, I reckon, to feel like in any way good. Minimum 3,000 life. Optimal would be more. I mean, I definitely have way too, like I have 2,000, that's nothing. And again, I also don't have like any rings that give me max life and that kind of stuff currently, so we're good. Pretty much. I can still get like, so if you look at my max life currently, 2,000, ring has 80, other ring has 80, so that could be 150 each. Gloves are not at 150, this is not at 150. This does not have any max life at all. This has 31 and could be 180, and this has 40 and could be 150, so we could easily sit at 3k. Also steal less damage and restore honor. Good, what do we have here? Merchant only offers one choice. Yeah, we're gonna go for the Gauntlet trial to then go to the next merchant to then be happy about it. Oh no, traps work slower is the biggest upset here. Because like, I don't know what it is, but traps don't tend to work sometimes. Yeah, great. Okay, well, what am I doing wrong, Chan? Why doesn't it want to have me go? I think it makes sense. I don't understand the time traps sometimes. But sometimes I mean always. Stop walking into me, sir, with your lightning storms. Okay, more sacred water.
In the desert.
You have no armor, and merchant only offers one choice. Ta-da! Could have potentially ruined you, right? We had like, you're not always taken to the room you want to go to. Boom. No armor. Game over. J ever. Okay, welcome to the end, ladies and gentlemen. So, wow, these have been like, you cannot damage in the next room. Ah, almost, chat. If I had this just one room further, that would have been so good. Because then you can fight Zarek the Temporal, but he can't actually, he can't hurt you. It's super cool. Superior Thunder Talisman. Okay, are we ready for Zarek the Temporal, chat? We don't have the 30% minus HP, right? We have a lot. We get the 50% bonus damage. We lost the 40% less damage, though. At least that one. Could be better.
I would give anything for a sip.
Let's see. I mean, our advantage is that we, in the middle phase, where he shoots the lightning, we can do massive damage, right?
I have seen how this ends, Kaljari. Your time has come.
It's about time. Bye-bye!
See, this is what I mean. Almost before he even went for the time trap phase. Jeez. That was crazy.
You may have delayed your destiny, but you have not diverted. Who are you
GG.
to overthrow your fate?
GG, ladies and gentlemen. That was something, so to say. Next ascension. Now's the big question. What are we gonna do? Right? So we could choose to get banners have more effect, and we could choose banners gain glory per second, which is kind of cool because this allows us to get banners for bosses. We could also get more armor and evasion rating, right? But we could also gain a deflection rating equal to 20% of my armor. So technically, I would at least get some deflection rating. I mean, my chance would only be 33%, but to have or not to have. Because I am full armor, right? I have a lot of armor. So on top of just having my elemental resistance, I have a 40% chance to just randomly deflect damage. Which is okay. That's not a bad defense to have, per se.
Use that when
Okay, purchase. Chance, key upgrades, no. Stash. Everything back into the stash number 3 now. Okay, I got 9 golden keys. This is like ridiculous because I don't have the caches to really play around with this, you know? I don't want to mess with this. It's just so annoying. I have to open so many. I guess I'm gonna open some ranger caches. Yeah. And more. More. And more. Time losts are nice, though. Time losts are always nice, but I don't need them at this point anymore. Like, I have yet to find, like, a good time loss that I can actually meaningfully use, right? These are my crossbows, chat. Let's hope they turn out good. Silver keys. Body armor, ranger, body armor, gloves, warrior, silver, gloves, royal, mysterious. Royal. No silver time loss, right? Relic, boots, gloves, arcanist. Orders. Rangers. Mysterious. Oh, belt is never bad. Okay. Let's see what the spoils of war are. How many keys do you have? This has been the most amount of keys I've ever had.
Yes.
I don't have space for you. I'm just going to have to sell you. That one is not terrible. Also not what we're looking for. That one has a lot of armor. Base. And you're useless. Okay, the 3 crossbows, chat. That's a very funny crossbow. I have no more space for you.
I'm sure someone will want that.
Greetings, aquatic treasures.
Siege crossbows need to be kept. Every single siege crossbow, because they'll later be all mashed together. If that makes sense. That's why I keep those. Like, where we just smash them together and hope that we combine them into something cool. Can always work. Okay, stash number 3 it was, right? With the random shit. Angle tongue.
Surprise, do you think?
Not even good. Not even good. Just honor picking up a key.
Carry on.
I need space for you, sir. Okay, you're useless.
Surprising.
How can I help?
Speak, there are supplies as expected.
Time is of the essence.
Okay. So we get this Abyss tablet. What does this Abyss tablet do? 4 additional rare monsters are spawned from Abyss in the map. Map is overrun by the Abyssal. Map contains 18 additional Abysses. Wow. Wow. Okay, that I understand. Okay, so this one is the unforeseen consequences. Unforeseen. 200 exalted right now. But mine has the maximum amount of additional abysses. So I have 18, that's 750, right? So the jump from 17 to 18 is ridiculous because people are just selling that. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to sell this for 700. Okay, let's see if someone buys that. 700. Oh, 7,000.
I'll do what
Someone does, someone doesn't, I don't care, right? Okay, back to our tier 18 maps. We were still going for 2 more skill points. Really no crossbow related stuff that I actually want to do. Is there any like weapon swap points? Is there any attack speed I can do with a crossbow? Attack speed, because my crossbow has a lot of attack speed pretty much, that I can just shoot it out and just reload it as fast as possible, that we can like literally spam in. Oh, I just had the currency exchange. Excuse me. Okay, back to maps. Almost 2 divines. It's kind of funny because I don't really try to make money. If I make money, it's just by accident, you know? I don't really care if I then, you know, do, like, if it happens, it happens. And I just have found, like, so many random drops that have just given me more money. Okay, so this is now a tier 15 Untainted Paradise. Before we do that, I need to import the tier 4 Ascension.
Surprise!
Yeah, see, like with this new crossbow, like with the old crossbow, I couldn't just crossbow shoot, right? But with the new crossbow, we can literally just explosive shot and that's it. I mean, obviously, still more efficient when I actually use my grenades for rares, right? It doesn't change the fact that I could. I mean, we're sitting at 75% armor. Get some more. You know what? 75, 81% armor. If I have my... If I have my 10 stacks up, we're sitting at 80% armor, and not only 80% armor, that's also then deflection rating, right? So where can I actually see the deflection rating currently? No, it's somewhere in here too. 30% deflection rating. That's fine. I mean, considering that it's just free. I still wonder if we want to go mad on our, we want to go mad on our, what's it called again? Anoint. Because there's a very interesting anoint chat, and it's up here. It says you get rage each time you use glory. Winsidious, good to see you there. Thank you for the 3 months of support. Winsidious, very kind of you. What is rage doing for you? The bar's always full. 44% more attack damage. It's a multiplier. You don't have to use rage on abilities. It's just a damage multiplier. Here, if you want, like, rage exactly reads. Rage grants more attack damage per 1 rage. More is multiplicative. So I just have 44% more damage. Just for existing. And since I have 44 rage, I also have 44 increased fire damage. That's also a thing. Turns out this is like Mercenaries again, my most defensive character. As the first time, as the second time. I still wonder what I should do with my last skill slot, Chad. I still wonder. Was that 3 levels from 1 Untainted Paradise? I love those. Okay, so with these 3 levels, what we can do right now is we can go for 1, 2. So this says for each, gain 4% as extra fire damage for each different grenade we have fired, which works against bosses really well. Right? I'm not sure if it actually does show when you're shooting. I mean, look at this. In this case, that's an increase of 6,000 damage. Oh, no, wait. It was more than 6,000, right? We're at 35. So yeah, 6,000 damage bonus. That's kind of nice because it's times 5 for every grenade. So it's 40,000 damage. Just for that one node. That's pretty nifty. Mm-hmm. And I still want to go for the elemental resistance penetration node. Do we have some fire? What do we have fire damage wise just flying around? And we'd have this 3 to all elemental, right? I wanted to have this. We have another fire node that was here, applies to fire. We would have another physical damage as extra fire damage against heavy stun enemies. They're always heavy stunned. Again, as physical as extra fire damage. Actually, burning strikes would probably be really nice for my anoint, right? This is also extremely cheap. Is it? No, wait, isolation. How expensive is an isolation right now? Isolation is not the fully expensive. That's despair, but I think isolation is still plenty expensive. What is an isolation? Isolation, right? Oh well, I underestimated the prices. I underestimated the prices. I'm sorry. Yeah, delirium stuff is crazy expensive. I don't also want to do delirium. What can I say? Delirium is probably the most annoying, boring thing to do. So we get like absolutely no interest in that. I was thinking about grabbing this node because it's just like more physical damage, right? Up here would be easy. We could try to make ourselves immune to ignite. Which doesn't hurt. Your annoying cost like for divines. Yeah, I don't really bother enough to make that happen. Right? It's usually like whatever's. No good weapon swap available for that skill point. I was thinking about taking this armor here. The impenetrable shell. What is this one? This is also a suffering. Suffering is also expensive, right? Like, annoyance have been so annoying recently. I just have not bothered mostly. Here, this is fear, disgust, disgust. That is fine, right? I can work with that.
Yes?
But I don't have one disgust, right? You know, get a fear. Do one more of these. Honestly, the build already feels pretty good from where we have gone so far. I mean, like, a pinnacle boss should just get absolutely destroyed, right? Here, let's do a citadel, chat. Let's do a citadel, shall we? What's the worst that could happen? That wasn't the stone citadel, that's Doriani, right? So we're sitting at level 84, and we have our resistance is almost full. Almost. This character has so far been our fastest leveling character, I think. But also because like the damage gain is just so crazy from crossbow to crossbow. Like it's like crossbows are so good per tier. However, the problem is I feel crossbows don't have enough in between tiers. Does that make sense to you? Because when I play a maze, it feels like every 2 levels is a different maze. Like, so level 72, level 74, level 70, right? When you play a crossbow, it's like, oh, here's your level 59 crossbow. Yep, that level 59 crossbow has to be so good that it lasts you all the way to 79. Because before level 79, you won't receive a new one. Which then feels terrible because, like, you gotta wait until level 79, right? Okay, Nessa, the flaming head, is on the other side of this wall. Merc is cheap weapon-wise because you don't have to upgrade that much. However, like, it's still annoying because if you're not getting a really good weapon, then you're gonna have to wait quite a while until, like, see, if you don't have an insane level 59 weapon that can carry you all the way to 79, it's going to be a bit of a terrible feeling, right? Because you're, like, stuck with that weapon for such a long time. And obviously, if you're playing grenades, you only want to cannonade crossbow anyways. I'm gonna say I'm just really happy how cheap the lineage supports were this time around. Because I had to pay like nothing for that, right? So we used the lineage support here for the reloading, and I just get that one for free pretty much. I mean, 12 exhausted when last season it cost like $1 billion exalted for that.
So, at the eve of the end,
Hello, Doriani.
battle has finally come for me.
We're also like not even at the maximum damage that we can deal, right, Chad? Because we can still do... Save my people. So we still don't have gloves that give us bonus damage, and our rings can give us way more. So there is like... Okay, let's actually exposure him.
Listen, I'm just here for the lady. There's no need for all this.
Okay, that's crazy. For Doriani. Oh, wow. I say poor Doriani, and he just hits me with one hit, almost taking my head off. Don't Citadel down, ladies and gentlemen. You ever play Standard or League only? I don't see the reason why you would ever play Standard, personally. Wait, there's an abyss in here, right? We know there's an abyss in here. Where is the abyss? It's all the way there. Not say no to abyss, chat. Must do abyss. Sucker for abyss. I am just getting siege crossbows galore right now. Let me teleport out because I need to pick all of these items up, right? I teleported out. Let me teleport out. Okay, so Legion Stride. I don't think we have those yet.
Quickly.
So that's bad. That's bad. That's a piece. That's mana. It's bad, but we need to keep it because of the siege crossbow. As I said, we're keeping all the siege crossbows because I can take now these shitty 3 siege crossbows here, for example, right? So you get like 79, 79, 79. And you can just put these siege crossbows then into a new one, and into a new one, and into a new one. That's why I always like keep picking them up and keep picking them up and keep picking them up. Well, that was a nice little shot. More abyss. Oh, really? Family? Okay. Yeah, like, so citadels are really random this time. But once you find a cluster, like I can show you on the map. Screw the thingy. This was my first citadel, right? I did. So that's one citadel. I got a vault of Kamasa, Megalith, and Megalith Rao. So, that was one citadel, right? Then I have another citadel, 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 and I think that's another one, and there's another one. So, yeah. But listen, this was the way I had to go for them. So these are my first citadel, right? And now I'm gonna go down, 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 down. So this is all the way I had to go to actually find one of those. But what's the jailed isles? So yeah. Much travel. Good. Chat. However, I would say we're going to mark us off for today. I will try to get you the beginner version guide for this still today, but I can't promise that I'll actually get that done, but I'll try. Okay. And then the day after tomorrow, so on New Year, you will get the full breakdown of what this build has. But we will have to still revise the passive tree because I think there might be a better pathing on the one or the other thing. But not only better pathing, I do believe there are some useful notes that I need to look deeper into. However, this has been our grenade playthrough so far. It's been amazing. We want to, though, get more damage out of this because we're sitting at 35,000 with the explosion grenade. And if we go up, right, this is 40. It's like really cool. So we can go up to 41,000. That's 200,000 damage plus the double explosion. So it's like 400k DPS, roughly. It's cool. I like that. Very happy. But we, as always, want to see if we can do more with this and if we can get more out, right? So thank you very much for coming, watching, lurking, chatting, hanging out. Hopefully you have a great time. I wish you all a happy new year for tomorrow. That you might have a blessed, evening day. I'll see that I get the video out for you. I think the beginner's guide should be quite simple because the leveling is easy. But I'm actually planning to do things a little bit different. So I hope I can get you a better looking version of a guide. I have an idea and I hope I can make it look good. Therefore, take care. Watch out for explosions, and I'll hopefully see you all in the new year. Second is the first stream. Okay? Second. Until then.